Hello and welcome to the Players Club podcast. This is episode 15.
15.
Yeah, I'm your host, Bryan Perry, here with my co-host, Jacob McDougall.
Hello.
And we have a guest once again who has been on the podcast before.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back to episode 6, we did a too early mock draft, who was actually our guest idea, and we have him back, Lawton Bauer.
What up, gang?
Yeah, he was so wrong. It's hilarious.
Everyone was
We
wrong.
were all
But
so wrong.
In his defense, we also had no trade, so the Bears were still
True.
the number one pick, and
True.
we knew that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Didn't we both pick Jalen Carter as number one?
Yes. Yes.
That's tough, man.
That's hilarious.
I thought it was a given, bro. But
What was
then
it? It was like a week before
But
that
it was-
DUI came out?
that
Rex
and
was driving?
also we had the Bears with the pick, so we knew there wasn't going to be a quarterback going first. So it was either going to be him or Will Anderson.
I think I got a grand total of 2 picks right, and that was
I had none.
Ronci to Tennessee
I had none.
and Anton Harrison to Jacksonville.
I think I had none.
Mm.
I did say Anthony Richardson was going to go high, but I also had Caleb Williams, my fault, going like
You had
top
Caleb
3.
Williams going at all.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I thought he was going to declare. You never know. But
First day of the NFL draft, honestly, pretty wild.
yeah, it
like
was.
everything was all over the place.
Can we talk about Will Levis not getting drafted first round? Can we talk about that?
I mean,
It's
Will Levis is a very fun project, but
you call mayonnaise and coffee fun.
That's what I'm saying. Someone on Instagram literally said that the mayo in his coffee is what really hurt his draft stock.
It was that and the banana thing. You just see him just eating the whole.
He eats a
yeah.
banana with a peel on it.
and it was like rotten. Like it wasn't a ripe
Yeah.
banana.
That's what he gets. Now he's not a first round pick.
see, I could see Will Levis not falling out of the first round. The fact that the Commanders didn't take him was a
Yeah.
big deal.
Or the Bucks, man.
No, I could see the Bucs
No,
because they have Kyle Trask and mild faith in Kyle Trask, right?
Don't they have Baker also?
They
Yes.
also have
Yeah.
Baker,
Exactly.
So they kind of want to give Baker a shot,
I
if
guess.
you will.
Which is
I
fair.
guess, but-
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
I wasn't really that it was surprising, but I think people were freaking out a little too much. They're acting as if like it's the end of the world that he didn't go first
No,
round.
I'm not.
When,
I'm just
not,
saying.
no. I'm not saying you, but some people were just like, "Oh wow, he didn't go first. Like, what's gonna happen now?" When in reality, like second round, second day, really not that bad.
No.
And there's a couple of QBs went before him. They might have been a little bit better. That's just the way it goes at the end of the day sometimes. But it's really not something. He's still gonna make it into the league. Like it's not. And there's been a lot of guys to come out of not the first round to be huge, like Pro Bowlers.
Tom
and, like,
Brady.
Well, yeah, I mean to name
That's-
one, but
Well, yeah, but you've also got people like Geno Smith. You've got people like Desmond Ridder, who's going to be starting now
Yeah.
for the Falcons. Let's
Mhm.
go. Andy Dalton was a second rounder back
let's
in the
not talk
day.
about him.
I actually.
Wait, you don't want to talk about Andy Dalton?
I actually didn't know.
I,
That. I
uh,
thought he was first round.
No, he was the same draft as AJ Green because AJ Green went first, and then Andy Dalton went with him in the second round.
Back when the Bengals went like 8-0 for that half of that one season in like 2014, 15, I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, when they made every playoffs for like 5 years, and then lost in the first round every time.
Yeah.
At least they
100%.
made it. At least
They
they
did
made it.
make the dance every time.
Yeah. That's all you can ask for.
Marvin Lewis.
That's all you can ask for.
What was the most shocking pick
For me?
for you guys? Yeah.
Oh, goodness. The most shocking pick to me was actually Detroit's first pick.
Bro, banged it on that one. I honestly, I walked out when I saw them pick
You
it.
walked out.
Like, I had to leave my room for a second, and I was like, I can't believe they did that.
Yo, shout out
it
John
blew-
Kristovich.
It blew my mind.
Noted Lions fan and head of FSC TV. You should follow us on YouTube. But
Bro just casually
Yeah,
plugged us.
I mean,
course,
we're
that's-
all a part of it.
we're
that's-
all part of it.
It's
I
a
know,
shame
but
that
I'm
we
just-
haven't been plugging it to this point.
Yeah,
to be
that's-
honest.
that's
But
true.
objectively, the Lions' first pick makes no sense.
Yes, that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
they got rid of Jamal Williams,
Okay,
so
Cool.
they did
They
need
They had
another
Jamal
back.
Williams walk. They
And now
always
we,
have-
Isn't
yes,
he on the Saints? I was gonna
we have
I
him.
was
So
gonna
that's
say.
Yeah, that's
very
fantastic.
good.
You lose Jamal Williams, right? You already have DeAndre Swift.
True.
You pick up David Montgomery from the Bears.
Oh yeah,
And
they
they
did.
Admittedly
They
underrated
did.
running
They
back.
did.
That's
and then you
that's
look
why.
at number 12 and say, well, I could pick Lucas Van Ness. I could pick a tackle.
Bro,
to-
Lucas Van Ness would have been so crazy.
I
on
could have
that
picked a
defense,
linebacker.
Bro.
I could have picked Will McDonald if I felt like it. And they ended up picking a linebacker later. But still, why? Why would you pick up Jahmyr Gibbs? I don't understand it.
It
Jahmyr
doesn't
Gibbs
make
does
sense.
No,
not
that
have a
makes-
first
that
round
makes
pick.
no
It's
sense.
just a pick that doesn't make sense in my eyes. Maybe, obviously, we're just people that watch football. Maybe they know something. Next thing you know, this guy's going to be the next, I don't
But
know,
you have
Barry
three-
Sanders
you have
for them. Next thing
three
you know.
Backs, like I don't know.
God knows,
I
but-
could see them taking Bijan if he's there at 12, right? And we'll get into the Bijan Robinson pick later, but Jahmyr Gibbs, I don't even think was the best running back in his own team in college. Seriously, I really don't. So the fact that they decided to not do a thing for their terrible defense and instead put a running back as who was projected to go into the second round, who probably would have been there for their second round pick,
Yeah.
and pick him in the first round, that shocked me. It really did.
No, I couldn't believe I saw it with my own eyes. I couldn't believe it. You mentioned Bijan, though. How you feeling about that, you as a Falcons fan?
Oh boy, I have words.
Really?
Here we go.
I do.
I'm surprised. I thought you would.
I thought you would be
honestly-
happy.
I thought you'd like the pick.
See, like, Bijan Robinson as a player, I do not have an issue with. Bijan is an incredible talent. He is versatile. He is incredible at what he does, right? No issue with the player himself. The Falcons should not have needed to draft him in the first place, period. Because the running game was not an issue.
True, that is true.
The running game was not an issue last year. We were one of the top 2 rushing teams in the NFL last year, with a 5th round running back rookie, an undrafted second-year player in Caleb Huntley, shout out, and with an aging Cordell Patterson, who is a special teamers player.
He does a little bit of everything.
Does a
though.
little bit of
I
everything.
I see. Even with this pick, also I see Cordell being more of Debo, kind of like a Debo type player, where like he's gonna be more wide out, but if you need it, you have the option to run it with him. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what the Niners do with Debo, where he's kind of just Debo's just offense.
But wasn't there a point where he was like a running back?
Yeah, he was like
Yeah,
solely
he was
running
a
back
sole
for you.
He
running
was a
back
solid running
years
back
ago.
for a little bit.
And then decided, let me go play safety. Let me go catch punts. Let me go
Yeah.
catch passes. And then was like, can I line up on the O-line? I don't know. Maybe next thing you know, at this point.
Well, it was more like we had no running backs at the time.
Yeah.
So when we transitioned Cordell Patterson into a running back role, we had Quadri Allison, who's now on the Bucks, and we had several 7th and 6th round and undrafted free agents just holding down the fort, right? So Cordero comes in, has a magical season. We're all freaking out, right? We draft Tyler Algier in the 5th round last year, and he balls. He goes off.
Absolute dog.
Absolute
Yeah,
dog.
he's
dog.
good. He's really good.
So the fact that we have an emerging running back dog in the backfield, an O-line of maulers, except maybe center, we don't know yet. Who knows? Any running back in that system will succeed. So I understand you get the best running back at the position. You lean into the strength of the offense, but at the same time, you could have picked Jalen Carter, the best player in this draft in terms of a football sense.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is saying that Philadelphia got a steal with Jalen Carter
They did.
in the very
That's-
next pick.
That's
Yes.
that's to me the best pick in the draft.
Bro,
As
Philly.
much as I hate the Eagles,
My
They
thing
just got
about
better,
my
bro.
thing about Philly
They
this
just got better,
offseason
bro.
is that like they really went to work. I thought they were kind of
nah, Philly was
getting rid of everything, but no, they went to
Bro.
work. They're really trying to run it back next
Philly
year.
was not happy that they lost. Bro.
No.
Yeah,
They were
no,
like
they're
they-
putting
they
it
were
together.
pissed
That
they
defense, that defense is about
Like
to be nice.
I thought they were gonna be like, you know what, we got like, all right, we got AJ, Jalen. We just got to the Super Bowl. We'll be back. They were like, nah, like,
No, they're like let's
we
run
should have
it.
won.
Run it.
And now I'm like, okay, I'm actually scared.
No, yeah,
I'm
that's-
scared.
So all of these players are on the same team. We have basically the reformed Georgia defense.
Yes,
of
Yes.
Georgia. They
yes.
called them the Philadelphia Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's what they did. That was funny.
I saw
was
that.
funny.
We have Jalen Carter. We have N'Kobe Dean, Jordan Davis.
Yep.
And there's one more. Oh God, they drafted him with their 2nd pick, if I remember correctly. Nolan Smith.
Yeah.
All of the, and then they also casually have Hassan Reddick and Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham, all on the same defensive line.
Yeah, they're coming.
Unreal.
They're coming
They're-
for the Niners' #1 defense right there.
They
They're
really
coming
are.
for the #1 defense spot.
Absolutely unreal. So that's why I'm a little miffed at the Falcons pick because you could have had Jalen Carter. Okay, sure, he has character concerns. He's not exactly the most mature person. He didn't have a great pro day. He didn't have a great NFL combine.
Stephen A. Smith, we know who won, declares a clear winner of the NFL draft, and it's a picture of Jalen Carter with the Eagles jersey next to him.
Yeah,
I completely agree, bro. So far, they've won the draft.
My goodness. Even if you if you take Jalen Carter off the board because of his concerns, Peter Skoronski is there, and there's a big hole at left guard on that offensive line. If you really want to invest in the offense,
Yeah, would have helped you guys a lot.
immediate
Would have helped
upgrade.
y'all a lot.
Yeah.
Best player at that
100%.
position. If you don't want offense, there's Lucas Van Ness, who I had picked for the Falcons to go
Dog.
grab.
Absolute
dog. Goes to the Packers later. I don't know. I do not understand
It was
this
a
reasoning.
confusing draft in my opinion.
it really was.
Like, it was a lot of picks you kind of didn't expect. A lot of picks teams you expected a player to pick, they didn't pick him. Then he goes like one pick later, like Jalen Carter. Like, the fact Jalen Carter dropped to 9 is definitely has to do with like
Oh
the
yeah,
off-the-field
absolutely.
things,
With the
right. But like, I could have seen.
Did you hear the story of like his pick like yesterday though? Because I know you said you didn't really hear what they were talking about, but they
No.
said like he knew he was gonna drop lower, but he got on the phone with like the Philly like front office like the day of the draft, in which like had to like convince them like, you know, take me, I'll do this and that for you, like off the field stuff doesn't matter, and it ended up working.
Oh.
So
Oh wow.
they let him know pretty
Actually,
on that
no,
they were
I
looking
didn't
at
know.
him.
Like, I thought after I saw Houston trade up to 3, I thought they were gonna pull the trigger on him.
I guarantee no one saw that coming.
Them trading up to 3?
Yeah.
No,
I
me
didn't see that
neither.
coming
Me
either.
neither. That was crazy
I feel bad for CJ Stroud
because he went to
it's
Houston.
Houston. And I feel like everyone like there's certain franchises that are just poverty franchises.
I mean,
that
you gotta feel bad for Will Anderson Jr. then too.
Yes, exactly. You bring in these good people, and then when in one season they don't fully work out, and people are gonna either call them a bust, or it's just like they end up being mid the whole time, and
Nah.
not on their own talent,
People
but
are
it's because
gonna
of the
know
coaching staff.
especially now. People are gonna know it's because they're at Houston, bro.
I know, and
it's
I'm
because
just
they're
like,
at Houston that they're gonna be like. The thing is, the numbers are gonna be good, but you're just not
though.
gonna hear about it. But there will be like better numbers on different teams. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
See,
saying?
but I feel like with Will Anderson specifically, D'Amico Ryans is a defensive coach, right?
Mhm.
So automatically that side of the ball is going to get a lot more favor than the offense will. And I feel like Will Anderson is a much more transformative player to one side of the ball
I can
than
see
CJ
that.
Stroud is
I
to
can
the
see
other
that.
side.
I feel like
Right.
Will Anderson can cover more too.
Exactly.
Yeah, being outside,
Yeah.
he can go inside of anything. Like, he can rush.
Like, if Bryce Young had gone to the Texans, I could argue that both would be comparable picks. But
Mhm.
I think that Houston trading up to get Will Anderson was big. Was absolutely
huge for them.
massive.
Huge for them.
bro, I want to say, events like these are why I love the NFL community, because the memes were so funny
The
last night.
memes were
Did
great.
you
Did you
see
see
all
the-
of them boo every single person? Boo Roger Goodell when he went up to the stage to
Yeah.
announce Bryce Young.
Yeah.
And he's just clapping.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, why are you clapping, bro? I
Bro,
was like,
did
you're
you
getting
see?
booed.
People were
expecting
making fun of Panthers fans so hard because of Bryce Young, not only because of like his height and everything, and like
Roger
bro.
Goodell is taller than Bryce Young.
that was hilarious.
How do you feel as a fellow NFC South player that Bryce Young? Is down in the
I'm
NFC
glad that you mentioned that, because I know we're not gonna have nearly as bad a year as we did last year. Like I feel like all the NFC South teams have been building pretty well, and we're all gonna be a lot better. Maybe not the Bucks. I feel like they've done the
Screw the
least
Bucks.
amount. But I'm kind of nervous. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel at first it was just us and y'all, and then the Panthers started making a lot of moves.
No, the Panthers had 2015 and then stopped and got hurt.
No. I mean, like as far as this
Literally just became a
as far as
hospital.
this offseason, though, the Panthers were making a couple moves, but I feel like we
Yeah.
made the strongest leap forward. I was confident I still think we're gonna take it,
I can see
but
that. Okay. Yeah.
to this point, I feel like it's gonna be a lot more competitive than it was a few months ago. It should be fun though.
I don't know. I don't have faith that the Falcons are going to be competitive this year. I really don't, because
That's a real fan. That's
Yeah,
a real
that's-
fan
that's a
to
real
admit
fan.
that. To admit that.
because like
You guys are always competitive with us though.
Yeah, of
at any
course.
point, because we're rivals. So
because we hate the Saints.
yeah, and we hate you guys.
Yeah.
So
So the reason that I say that is that a lot of the
I'm
moves
just here today.
made this offseason were good. They weren't great. Like Jesse Bates, fantastic player, paid him way too much. David Onyemata paid him way too much. He is starting to get up there in years. I'm sure you could attest that David Onyemata probably wasn't really worth that price tag that we got for him. Calais Campbell is 39. And that was probably
39 in football is crazy,
Yeah.
unless a quarterback.
Yeah, that's
I believe he's 39. I could be wrong, but he's an old man. The only reason that I would consider that a good pickup is that he's not going to get double-digit sacks, but I believe I said this off air. He will coax 2 more sacks out of each and every single defender on that D line just from leadership and from coaching and from experience.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
I'm not really to answer your question. I'm not really nervous about Bryce Young at all, to be honest, because I feel like he's gonna be a rookie, and rookies have got to learn a little bit in the league. 2, he's not gonna, like, who's he throwing to? I don't really know the roster for the Panthers. Like, I
Calais
genuinely
Campbell's
don't
36.
know who he's throwing to.
Calais Campbell's 36, by the way.
DJ Moore's in Chicago now.
Yeah, they lost
Robbie Anderson.
Chosen Anderson now. He changed his
My
name.
fault.
I saw that.
Anderson.
Chosen Anderson.
He's in Miami now.
Like, who's he?
I genuinely don't know.
And who's their coach?
Their coach currently is Frank Wright. Right.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the Panthers, to
who
be
is
honest.
he actually throwing to?
They made good moves, but I don't think Bryce Young's going to be their hero to save that. Maybe in the long
I'm
run.
not gonna lie. You
but
know
next
what shocked
season,
me?
nah.
You know what shocked me about the Bryce Young pick right before you go live? That he was the first Alabama player drafted first overall
Really?
since like Joe Namath.
Wow.
Like a player to come, I think just out of Alabama, because I think Joe Namath wasn't in
Mm-hmm.
Alabama. But it was like a shocker. I saw that online that he was like the first
I think
number
he was the
one
first one
pick.
ever.
Yeah, like to come out of the University of Alabama. And I was like, that's kind of crazy. You think of like the powerhouse of college. If you go to Alabama, you're one of the best players in the country.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's the first number one pick is crazy to me. Ever out of Alabama. My fault. Just wanted to throw that out there. What's the depth chart looking like for the Panthers?
So the Panthers wide receiving room right now, you're gonna laugh. It's actually kind of stacked. Adam Thielen, DJ Chark.
That's what it was.
my
Because
God,
I felt
that's
like
where he
I
went.
remember they
Yeah.
signed people that made me nervous, but I wasn't sure.
So Adam Thielen's in
I
Charlotte
forgot.
now.
I hate
I
Adam. I do
forgot
not like
he-
Adam Thielen.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
him?
yeah. We know why.
Don't worry, DJ
Yeah.
Chark is also there.
He ruined our playoff chances a couple
he
years
actually?
ago.
He is actually there.
I thought
So is
he's not in
Laviska
Jackson anymore?
Shenault
That's crazy.
and Terrace Marshall. By the
Oh.
way, small names like Rashard Higgins and Demir Bird and Andre Roberts are also on the roster as well.
If I'm you, I'm nervous about Bryce Young because
I'm a
he
little
got
nervous.
people
He
to
has
throw
weapons.
to, bro.
He has weapons.
He's got
He has
people to
weapons.
throw
He has
to.
a couple weapons. They aren't. None of them are DJ Moore. I don't.
You
think.
should be nervous too.
I'm a little nervous.
I'm a little
nervous.
You riding on Desmond Ridder?
I think that Desmond Ridder will do well.
Okay.
I think he probably has a Kirk Cousins level ceiling right now,
So
like fringe top 10.
He has
so
a
top 15.
mid
Actual-
QB level ceiling.
listen,
Yeah,
Saints
exactly.
fan. If you look at Kirk Cousins, his
If
numbers
you
are
look
actually
at
good.
his overall career
it's
Kirk
just-
Cousins
record,
is a consistent 10 to 8 ranked player in the NFL.
He's actually
prime time Kirk Cousins,
The only thing he does bad
top
is in prime time,
5
just
worst
playoffs or, like,
NFL players
night
ever.
games. He's actually on prime time, but if you look at him, he's actually consistent.
I know, but I'm not gonna give him his credit. Take the chains off, bro. You're not him.
Go Vikings.
Shut up.
Yeah, but
Screw
Desmond Ridder is
Minnesota.
absolutely a legitimate option. I don't think he's the best quarterback ever. But we've been
Do
dealing.
you think he can do what Matt Ryan did for you?
No.
Okay.
But I do think he could do a good enough job so that he can win games with a good defense. And that is pretty much what we are aiming to build in Atlanta right now, is a good defense.
You know what? I thought Anthony Richardson was gonna go for the Panthers. I thought they were gonna see him as their next Cam or something.
That's
Especially-
literally what I told you
Especially
before we started
after
recording.
after the combine too. Like, he was shining everything. I really thought he might go.
Bro slings it 70 yards, does a backflip, breaks the highest vertical. How many records did he like? He was doing just crazy stuff at the combine. He broke
Yeah.
the quarterback vertical.
He's a physical
What was his 40
specimen.
time? His 40 time
to
was
say the
crazy
least.
too.
Insane, man.
His 40 time was like super fast. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm really shocked they didn't go that
he's
route.
an athlete. No, he's an athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
There's
That's
no
why I
doubt
feel
about that.
bad him being in the Colts. Like you said earlier, like off the air, they're really not going to do much. Like, they have him, they have JT. They have a good run game, but
They have
and what? Paris Campbell,
Yeah.
Pittman.
they do have Pittman. Pittman's solid,
Pittman, solid. That's pretty much it.
but it's like
who's their
Indy is
coach?
just not.
Who'd they sign as their coach?
Shane Steichen.
That's what it was. I knew. I was like, I don't want to say Jeff
The
Saturday 'cause I know
offensive
it's not.
coordinator.
I was hoping it was Jeff Saturday.
I was like, I know it's not.
Jeff Saturday got so far along in their hiring process. It's not even funny.
Yeah, no, he was close.
An analyst got a job as a head coach for 9 games.
Bro hopped off the couch.
And he won.
Bro tweeted.
He won
What
one
was it?
game
He won
and
one
lost
of-
every other game.
What was the first game that he won? Who did they beat again? I can't remember.
I think it was the Raiders.
I think it was the Raiders.
It
too.
was-
Because he had said
no,
he had said the
he
week
had tweeted,
prior
yeah.
he
I was
was
trying to
like
remember who
the
he tweeted,
Raiders
like-
look awful,
Yeah,
and then
it
he
just
went on and
goes
beat
beats
them.
him. Like he literally proved his points. At that point, put him in the Hall of Fame.
And then he lost
Yes.
every
Put
single
him
game
in
afterwards.
Canton.
No,
Get him to
But
Canton.
some of the
'cause he
you want
just
to talk about
proved
some of the
everyone wrong.
greatest NFL storylines. The script went crazy last season. That's all I'm saying.
Bruh.
Like
100%.
that storyline, and then Baker Mayfield coming in and winning a game after being traded like 2 days prior. Those are two
Bro,
of the best
literally-
storylines of the whole season.
Press conference after the game. I didn't know any plays. I knew 2 plays.
He got off the plane.
He did not know any plays yet. 'cause
Pulled up.
He pulled up. What was it? Friday or
Something like
Thursday?
that.
Thursday had time to practice Friday, Saturday, and then gets put in the game Sunday.
"Quote unquote," there is no such thing
No.
as rhythm.
I thought it was a Thursday
It
game.
might have been a Thursday.
I
so
think
he
it was
got
a
off the
Thursday
plane on
game, and
Tuesday.
he came on like
Tuesday
or Wednesday,
Yeah.
and like had to just go in and
Bro
do
got
it.
a uniform and just went in there.
And he won.
He balled.
Bro just said, Cooper.
Game winner, crazy.
And guess what? That was against the Raiders.
It was.
And now we have the Raiders tight end.
You do.
Guaranteed is solid, 10 games a season?
All right. Now that you were talking about the Giants, how do you feel about your second corner named DB in 4 years?
Think he's going to be better than the last one.
That's it?
He's a weapon. I mean, I was expecting a wide receiver because that's kind of what we need.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of a shame when 4 straight get taken before you for what was it, the second time ever in NFL draft history that 4 wide receivers go back to like 4 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So it was I believe it started with
JSN to Seattle,
Yeah.
which great pick.
great pick for them, by the way. Then it was
Johnson to the Chargers.
Yeah. Then Zay
Flowers
Flowers
to the Ravens.
Jordan Addison.
Addison to the Vikings.
Obviously, I had Zay Flowers if he dropped. We even traded. I mean, we did trade up 24 to 25.
I'm glad Zay Flowers is with Baltimore though, cause like I like that.
Oh well, yeah. You being from Maryland, that's your.
No, I'm happy
That's
for
like
Lamar.
that's
I'm
like
happy
the
for
second
Lamar.
team. Yeah, who did
That is my second team.
biggest contract, like most paid,
Yeah.
highest paid quarterback, $280 for 5 years. It's
Jalen Hurts was the highest
crazy.
paid for a week. What? Something like that.
Yeah.
Honestly,
People forget that Mahomes' contract is $500 million. Can go
Yeah,
up to $500
but
million.
it's extended
It's
for like 10 years.
Yeah, but like that's $50 million a year, bro.
Yeah.
It's because it's
But
10
Lamar's
years.
is-
It's 10 years, 477, but it can go up to 503.
Yeah. Lamar's is 5 years, 260, guaranteed 185.
It's 280. I'm pretty sure it's 280.
280. I thought it was 260.
man, Deshaun
Probably.
Watson
It's a round
really
number.
threw off the numbers.
It's a
man.
round number.
The
You gotta
Browns
check that
really
real quick.
threw off those numbers, man. Still blame them. For
What
that.
was Jalen Hurts was 225.
It's 260. It's 260.
260. I knew it was a round number. I thought
Yeah.
it was. I
'Cause
thought
it was
completed-
just over-
I thought it completed the top.
It was just over Jalen Hurts.
But what's Jalen Hurts?
255.
I thought it was 2. Oh, okay. I thought it was
Yeah, because
225.
he was Jalen Hurts was the same contract length at least, right?
Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah.
I thought it was 225 for Jalen Hurts for some odd reason.
No, it was 255. It's huge. But now,
They locked up.
people again back to the memes. They were talking about Joe Burrow is going to be waiting on his extension.
Joe's gonna get a.
Joe's
bag.
going to get a. He's
Joe
seeing the other
Shiesty
two.
gonna get a
He
bag.
should be expecting a bag right now. But
Especially
now,
leading them to
the thing is, the
Super
Ravens
Bowl
only
already.
have like $17 million to sign other people now. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, they got Odell.
Yeah, the Bengals are not in a great spot.
They got Odell.
The Ravens got Odell, yeah.
Yeah. They got Odell. They have Flowers. They're good.
They have Rashad Bateman. They have Zay Flowers. They have.
They do have
no
Zay
one else.
Flowers.
They have no one else.
Damn. Wish I had him. Nah, but Deontay Banks, dog. We have, I think, because he's lining up, obviously, across from Adoree Jackson, and we have, like, one of the fastest cornerback duos in the NFL
You want
right
to know where
now.
Deontay Banks went to school?
Maryland.
Yep.
Yeah,
Shout out.
Terps. Yeah, yeah he was a Terp.
Don't make that face, Law.
Mid-Atlantic.
He's
Yes.
Well, we got a freaking
Yes. Shout out.
SSC powerhouse fan over here.
Go Dogs.
But nah, I'm actually happy with that pick. I mean, we've been ramping up our defense because we got a Okereke Bobby from the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Paid him. He's a dog. So I think the defense is getting better. That's kind of, what kind of let us down. We let up a lot of points. Like, even though you look at the Minnesota game, we scored a lot, but we gave up a lot of points. Like, we just gave up a boatload of points. So I got trust in Joe Shane. I got trust in Coach Dable, Coach of the Year. He's a dog. And when I heard when I saw the phone call, the video for the phone call, and Davo goes, my guy. He goes, my man, how you doing? He goes, my guy. I was like, yeah, he wants to be here. I was like, he wants to be there. I was like, because sometimes you hear it and it's like, oh, like they're happy, but they're like, damn, I wish I went to another team.
Yeah, they're like, what's up, coach? Or,
he's like, he knew he was going there, and he also like said that the Giants.
Didn't Mac Jones do that? He was like, this is where I wanted to be when he was like dapping up, freaking
Roger Goodell. I think so.
No, because he said that this is where I wanted to go, and then they don't want him. Anyways,
hot take: the Patriots are going to trade Mac Jones to get Will Levis in the second round. Hot take. Hot take.
Put it on the board.
Put it on the board.
That's
write
interesting.
Write it down.
That's
so we know.
Crazy.
Write that down real quick, Jacob.
Yeah, I'm putting that down.
If I understand correctly, like no big name players were traded in all of these trades, right? So all of the ones,
I believe all the trades were just picks.
Exactly. So Nuke Hopkins didn't get traded. Devin White didn't get traded. Mac Jones didn't get traded. Any of these big names that have requested trades or are rumored to be on the move didn't get traded.
Yes.
That is going to be a theme going forward. Guaranteed.
Definitely going to touch on the trades in a little bit, but obviously we got my perspective, we got your perspective.
Yeah, what about Mr.
How are you
Sager
feeling
here?
about your pick?
Brian Breesy out of Clemson.
I feel good.
Clear Onyemata replacement.
Yeah. I feel good about it. Apparently a lot of Saints fans were mad that we didn't get Nolan Smith.
It's what you needed.
Which I don't really understand because we needed people on the defensive end. We have guys that are getting old. We got rid of a couple guys.
That's what you guys needed.
Some of our guys went to Atlanta.
Well, Breesy's a tackle. He's a D tackle.
I know.
And you
Smith
technically have plenty of pass rushers in Marcus Davenport and Peyton Turner, right?
Yeah, but like Cam Jordan's getting a little up there, so we could definitely use some younger.
33, I think.
It might be 35 or 36.
He's in his 30s, and he's been around for a while. I love Cam Jordan. He's still good, but it's like
Saints legend.
Yeah, it's time to bring in.
I
like Brian Breesy as long as he can stay healthy and develop a little bit more. Because he's been through a lot over the last couple of years. With like, I think he had like an ACL injury, and then like his sister died last season.
He did have an ACL and a shoulder injury.
Yeah, and then he had. I'm pretty sure it was a sister that they said, but like a family member passed away, so he was just not mentally there. Mm-hmm. But he came back. He was strong this past season, and he's ready to go. So I'm excited. That's what we needed. That's what I was looking for.
Sounds good. No, but I did say we'll get to the trades, and you mentioned people that were traded. Obviously, as we know, Lucas ended up in Green Bay because they got that pick.
Because of Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers finally got traded.
Finally.
Can we talk about that after he was playing general manager for like a month?
Didn't he say? He said after last season, remember the last offseason, how long that took and how dramatic it was. He said this year, it's gonna be quick. It's not gonna be nearly as bad as last year. I would argue it was worse just because everything was so close. It was on the edge.
And
it took forever.
Every move had to be like.
Yes, it happened in a shorter time span, but it still felt like forever.
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember that at the start of the 21 draft, that was the first time that Aaron Rodgers himself said, "I don't want to be here," right? But he didn't say specifically where he wanted to go. So, like last year, it was just, what's going to happen? Who's going to? And it turns out like nothing happened because there was no particular trade that manifested that everyone liked. Mm-hmm. This year, Aaron Rodgers immediately torpedoes any form of leverage that the Packers have by saying that he does not want to play for Green Bay and wants to play for the Jets.
Yeah, I know.
It kind of felt like
out of
to
all
me.
Places, though. Go ahead.
I agree with you. It felt like somebody started a random rumor of Rodgers to the Jets, and then it gained momentum and became a real thing.
Yeah, and then
because
I don't said I want to play for the Jets.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it felt like those rumors have been going on for a long time. Mm-hmm. And they were, like I said, they were just rumors, just within the community. And then, like, people started entertaining it, and then people in the NFL offices were like, yeah, this could work. Is that just me? Or because I felt there was a point where it was just random.
I see what you're saying. I definitely see what you're saying. But I don't know if you saw it, but did you see what I saw something about it said, like, another Green Bay quarterback plays there for like 20 years and asked to get traded to the Jets because obviously with Brett Favre, and it's just like,
dude,
it's literally like kind of like history repeating itself.
The memes too. People were saying,
because they're like, what was it like? Choking for Green Bay when needed most, and then going over.
You see the one about Mississippi residents in 15 years when they see Rodgers goes to the Jets.
Oh my god!
You see, do you get that? That's
hilarious. Watch Jordan Love.
That's
He's
good.
gonna end up playing a Hall of Fame career for 15 years, and then he's gonna go to the Jets.
Bro, if he does
Dude,
that, I promise
it's a
you,
cycle.
there's just juju in Green Bay. There's
What are
just
you What are you guys expecting from Jordan Love this next season?
Nothing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, but like, do you think he's gonna be solid as like coming in? Do you think
I
he's gonna
think
be
he's
mid?
gonna be
Rogers had
the
praise
same.
for him. Rogers said he was a good kid. He's gonna be a solid like skill level
He
quarterback.
also said that he's gonna make Zach Wilson's life heaven.
Whoa, yeah, that
That
we
was
can get on
weird.
that in a second. But like, I feel like Jordan Love's gonna be fine.
I feel like if Jordan Love really had a shot in terms of being good, Aaron Rodgers would have already been traded.
I'm with you on that one. I feel like he
That's a
would have.
good point.
Yeah.
But it's Aaron Rodgers though. You know how the Packers would love to
But-
stick on to him.
Yeah, also, the fact that Aaron Rodgers is good, like as much as we want to say it, like he choked. Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Famer. Like he's
First ballot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone has said it that he has more talent than Tom Brady, and I completely agree. He's a more talented quarterback than Tom Brady. Tom Brady just wins more. Tom Brady has like that winning factor that Aaron Rodgers does.
And he has that like ability
but
to.
you're not a 4-time MVP for no reason.
Tom Brady
You know what I'm
outworked a lot of people.
saying? Yeah, you're not a 4-time MVP for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Aaron Rodgers is actually really good at football. Like he chokes. He's not Tom Brady, who's another quarterback that has played as long as he has, who they were arguably they were hand in hand the two best players at football at one time.
Just kept losing in the NFC Championship.
Just
Yeah,
kept losing
yeah.
because the other one knows how to win.
Because of the Falcons, because of the Saints, because of
The
everybody.
Niners, because
big
everyone.
time, the
Yeah.
Niners.
They lost in the frozen tundra
Did you see?
to
Yeah.
a California team.
Did you see?
To Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, out of all players. Did you see the one that said what's it called that 49ers fans now, when they realize Aaron Rodgers isn't going to give them a free pass. to the
Yeah,
Super
no, I
Bowl-
saw that.
to the Super Bowl,
That
and
was
it's
funny.
like the sweating meme.
Yeah,
It's like,
that was
'cause
funny.
they don't have a free pass anywhere else.
Bears run the NFC North now. Calling it.
That's crazy.
Nah,
That
the
to think
Vikings
about.
do.
To think about.
The Vikings get it for 1 year, and then the Bears take it.
I
think the Vikings got it this year.
I think the Bears. Need
I
to get
will
the
not
chemistry.
be on record rooting for
Obviously.
Minnesota.
'Cause we
like
know
Minnesota.
what's it called?
Of course you do.
What-
I do.
What's it called?
Of course you do.
What's that
Nope.
called again?
We're
What,
not.
I know what you're talking
We're
about.
not.
The
No,
one
no, no.
with
We're not
the-
doing
the
this. We're
double
not
net,
doing
what's
this
the
right
name?
now.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
not. We're not doing
Stephon
this right
Diggs
now.
and all that, right?
Yeah. What is it?
What's going on? I have no idea what you're
No,
talking
you
about.
know,
I'm
we're-
thinking.
We're not trying to start a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fun story. Before we get off of Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers is currently 39, and he is now playing for the New York Jets. Brett Favre, when he played for the New York Jets, was also 39 at the time.
That's absurd, bro.
What is happening?
That's absurd, bro. They're
We live in
literally
the
the
Matrix.
same player.
The same player.
What? Only won one Super Bowl in Green Bay too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
How many MVPs did Brett Favre have?
I don't know.
Because if he has 4, I'm walking out. Bro. I promise you, I'm done. I'm done for the day.
So
Well,
No, he doesn't have 4.
no.
he has 3.
Oh, okay. Aaron got one more.
Aaron has 1.
So we can say he's
more.
better.
The
We can
thing
say he's
is,
better.
it was so much easier in the NFC. Rodgers joined a conference that has it's fully stacked with quarterbacks that
Who
he
are
has
the
to go
top
through.
3 quarterbacks in the NFC?
Mahomes.
In the NFC.
Oh, NFC. Sorry. Derek Carr. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Daniel
I'm ki-
Jones. No, I'm just
And
kidding.
he died.
Obviously, Jalen
Vanilla
Hurts.
Vic.
Jalen Hurts.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Not Dak. Anyways, I was thinking for a
Don't
second.
ever
I was-
say that
I
name,
don't
bro.
know. I don't know.
Oh, you know,
There's
speaking of
not a lot
Dak,
of
he's now the
competition.
longest tenured quarterback in the league for one team. Because since the Rodgers trade, he's now because he's been there for 7 years,
That's insane.
right?
To think
That's
about.
just how crazy
Mhm.
last offseason was with all of these quarterbacks being moved.
The fact that no quarterback right now has been there anywhere longer than 7 years.
Because for a while, it would have been Russell Wilson if it wasn't
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got moved.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been Derek Carr.
Yeah, but he
And
got
then
moved.
he got moved.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So now it's Dak Prescott. Oh my goodness. I'm old.
Well,
I-
if you
I still
wanna-
remember when Tony Romo was still the quarterback for the Cowboys.
If you want to, we want to talk about history repeating itself. Dak Prescott is just next Tony Romo. Look at his playoff numbers.
They're identical. They're
Look
identical.
at his playoff numbers.
They're
It's the same
identical.
thing.
Yeah, I remember my dad telling me about that. He's like, that's why the Cowboys suck. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but no, Jalen Hurts, based off last season, maybe
I still gotta go Matt
Maybe.
Stafford.
Danny
Like,
Dimes.
I think Matt
Maybe.
Stafford's losing a step. I think he's starting to.
He's
Yeah,
he's
but I mean,
older.
if-
I don't think he's.
He's on the.
Who else is there?
He did just win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he finally got a Super Bowl. And now he's just like,
Are you putting Kyler up there?
No.
Kirk Cousins. I know you're not gonna say anything.
I was
Yeah.
basing it off of last season. I was gonna say Kirk was up there because he did put up good numbers. So, but I mean,
Jared Goff? Question mark? No, I'm just kidding.
Jared Goff under no
It's more-
circumstances.
it's
Geno
more-
Smith, maybe after last year.
maybe it's more of a discussion for the AFC though, because the AFC is loaded.
Absolutely loaded. Tua. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Tua is
Wait,
number
no,
2.
healthy Tua was balling.
Healthy Tua was.
We know 1 and 2, and it's not even close.
I know. I'm just saying.
It's
I'm not
Pat
saying
and
one.
A-Rod. No doubt about
Whoa.
So-
A-Rod, I think he hasn't even played in the
I
AFC
literally
yet.
just said he's like one of the most talented quarterbacks of all time.
He hasn't even played in the AFC yet.
Don't
though.
matter. He's still
So,
Aaron Rodgers.
If you want to base off of last, no, it's Pat, it's Lamar and Josh Allen
And Joe Burrow.
and Joe Burrow
And Justin Herbert.
And I'll put all of them above. Well, maybe not Justin Herbert, but I'll put the first 4 we just mentioned above A-Rod. I'll put them at
No,
5.
I do too.
I'll put
I
them at
do.
5.
No,
They're
shot.
younger. They
Now,
got
if we're
the
talking
I'd put
team.
Josh Allen over Lamar anyways.
If we're talking,
Okay,
if we're
you can
talking
put Josh
like
Allen over Lamar.
Peak Aaron Rodgers
Well,
is better than most of those.
But you want to talk about drug addict Aaron Rodgers?
ayahuasca?
Then
Aye,
he's not top 3.
Hey, didn't this man have like one of the best comebacks against Chicago off like 3 perks? Let's not talk about
That's Chicago in the NFC. That's not the
Exactly.
AFC, bro.
So speaking of the NFC, I've just pulled up Colin Cowherd's top 8 quarterbacks in the NFC.
that. Are you on Fox Sports?
I'm on Fox Sports.
Because I have it too. I know the list.
Yeah.
That's the one I was doing. That's
Guess who's on top? It's Matt Stafford.
that's why I said it.
It's Matt Stafford.
I wouldn't put him 1 though. I
Hurts
would not
is
put him
2.
1. He's like
and
3.
Then Goff is 3.
That's why I mentioned it, bro.
Colin Cowherd is on something.
Kyler
else.
4, Dak 5,
Carr is 6.
Carr 6,
I can take that.
Kirk Cousins, then Geno.
What is this then? What is this?
It's first of all, it's Colin Cowherd. Take his advice for what it's worth, which is zilch.
Yikes. All right, back to the draft.
It's a direct quote.
Back to the draft. What would you say is each of your favorite picks and each of your least favorite picks, besides the ones that your team made?
Mm-hmm. You want to go first?
Yeah, my favorite pick, Jalen Carter to the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
As much as it pains me to say it,
Straight up.
as a Giants fan, but it's a great. They literally just got better, which is crazy to think about.
I'm still salty about that.
Yeah, obviously 9, but to me that's my favorite pick, and to me my least favorite pick is the Lions at 12 with Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean,
Who is he?
yeah. First of all,
Who are you?
and second of all, the reaction I had when I saw it, I thought it was dumb. When I saw them trade up, I was like, okay, they're doing something, and then they see the pick, and I'm like, nice. I was like, nice. The Lions are gonna line. Detroit gonna Detroit, and that's my favorite and worst.
Even the ESPN analysis is so funny to read because they're just like, after an unpredictable start to the draft, the Lions decided to pair their running back with DeAndre Smith and David Montgomery for a strong backfield. And then the biggest question is basically, why did you do this?
Yeah,
Why?
literally ranked as the 28th overall pick in the draft and goes 12th.
I think that's called a reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. I for favorite, I already mentioned Zay Flowers earlier, but I like Jackson Smith and Jigba to Seattle.
I was going to say
To be
that
honest.
too.
Because I really feel like
pick too.
I feel like that's
a
good
pick.
for them. That's good for Geno.
I had a feeling. I don't know. I just crossed my fingers. Hoped he dropped. Hoped he dropped.
Well, because DK is the big man who can get up and get stuff.
Yeah.
We've got Tyler Lockett, who is the dependable hands man. And we've got
the deep ball
JSN
threat.
for everything inside.
Who's
Yeah.
the deep ball threat. Just
Yeah.
Tyler's all the way down
No,
down by
I
the
see
10-yard
ya.
line.
When I saw that, because I like him as a receiver. I really like that pick. Least favorite, I gotta agree with you. The Lions one just made
it's
no
the one
sense.
that makes no sense.
All right, well maybe I will go a different least favorite pick just to change things up and not to completely dunk on our poor man Jahmyr Gibbs, who by the way, it's
He's still-
absolutely
yeah,
not
It's not
his
against
fault.
him
He's
as a
still
person.
Good. No,
It's
he's a
like the
good player.
organization
It's just
itself.
a weird pick for the organization. That's why.
I'll argue that my least favorite pick is actually Will McDonald to the Jets
You know what? I was reading it, and it, to me, it doesn't make sense either.
because
It
they
feels
have
weird.
him listed as a linebacker instead of as an edge rusher, which is what everyone was assuming he was going to be coming out of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, they pick up McDonald, even though they already have a loaded DN room, right? They're probably going to cut Carl Lawson because he's got a big, cap hit. But 3 picks later, Jack Campbell comes off the board. The best linebacker in the draft to the Detroit Lions. Which, by the way, dog.
Oh, absolute dog.
Absolute dog.
Absolute dog.
That's my
favorite pick.
Personal favorite pick. Yeah.
It's a good pick, honestly. Like
It is.
the Lions revamped themselves with that pick.
Yeah.
It's just still confusing why they moved up to 12 to pull the trigger on that one. It's just like you got what you needed anyways, but teams are gonna do what they feel is best anyway. So.
But yeah, I would have tried to give Aaron Rodgers like a tight end.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Honestly, on the Jets.
Yeah.
Who did the Jets have at tight end?
Can't even tell you.
Can't even tell you.
They're still a good offense, though.
Oh, they have a fantastic offense.
They have a great receiving core.
Yeah.
And Breece Hall's coming back off an injury. If he goes back to being the Breece Hall that he is, like Aaron Rodgers is gonna be stacked on offense.
There was other memes that we saw, like from Zach Wilson's perspective. They were like, imagine seeing your teammates like celebrating you not having a job anymore on Twitter.
Did you see they all changed their picture to him in college?
Yeah.
Because he's going back to number 8.
Yeah.
Bro, there was people. Do you remember that moment when Zach Wilson got drafted and he was around all those other guys and he was awkward and he was like,
he stepped back.
If someone had that video and they were like, this is when I knew he was gonna be a bust, and he was like, nah, that was funny.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned Aaron Rodgers' new set of weapons in New York, right?
Garrett Wilson.
Can you actually name all of them by any chance? Do you know who they picked up specifically?
They got Alan Lazard.
Didn't
they? They got Alan Lazard. They brought him over.
So their top paid wide receiver now is Alan Lazard.
Yeah. What is it? 48 for 4, right?
44.
Oh, it was close.
Yeah, 44 with 11 million guaranteed.
I knew it was something like a specific.
Rodgers had to bring his boy over.
Yeah.
What
was that 11 a year? Yeah.
Yeah. The next highest paid is Corey Davis. The Jets now have Corey Davis, right? Mm-hmm. And then Garrett Wilson, and then Mecole Hardman, and Denzel Mims.
The Lions have taken trade calls for DeAndre Swift. They're open to moving him.
Oh no! What are they doing?
Apparently, after they drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, they're looking to potentially move on.
So it makes sense. So the pick makes sense then.
Okay, yeah. So if that was the goal,
but why would you get rid of DeAndre Swift?
Because you gotta pay him at some point.
Yeah,
True.
He's coming up.
He's gonna get paid. Dude.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I was talking with Carl about that.
Carl Van Gelder, shout out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fellow Giants fan. The running back class this year, like not the class, but
kind of loaded.
But the signing class, like people coming off of contracts, they're not getting paid a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're not getting paid a lot. So if DeAndre Swift gets a bag, it's gonna be bad for us because then Saquon's gonna demand a bag.
Oh yeah,
because he denied the franchise tag. He declined it.
The Giants have to sign him now.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about the NFL,
we freaking wasted like $80 million over here
on Danny Dimes.
Yeah, the thing about the NFL and running backs though is like because they're so like
it
volatile that it's hard to pay them a lot because then they can get hurt immediately the next season.
It fluctuates. That's the problem.
It's not like a wide receiver or a quarterback where there's going to be some sort of longevity. They're taking so many hits that it's like it's harder to pay them a lot.
The thing is, like some years they'll be like where they're all getting paid.
Yeah.
Then the next year no one's getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So it's like it's fluctuating. It's a constant fluctuation. And now we're on no one's getting paid. So me and Carl were talking. We're like Saquon, he's gonna sign because he sees he's not gonna get money from anywhere else because they're not trying to waste money. They're wasting money on quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts signing a contract. Lamar signing a big contract. Receivers are getting contracts. So it's like running backs.
I wouldn't even call that really wasting money.
No, not wasting money, but you know what I mean. Like they're just like they're signing other pieces other than running backs. That running backs are gonna take less money. But now, if he gets a bag and then other running backs start getting a bag, it's gonna be bad for us because then it's like Saquon's like, I'm getting a boatload over here, even though I want to stay here.
I'm
try and match it
from the Atlanta Falcons.
Try and match it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the only thing. I hope we keep him though, because he's our best player on offense.
Yeah.
Well, we have Darren Waller, but
no, you guys have Sterling Shepard.
No, we have Isaiah Hodgins, okay, and Wandale Robinson.
Wandale Robinson.
But it's kind of crazy that
Darren
Darren Waller has more 1,000 receiving yard seasons than every receiver on the Giants. He has 3. They have 2 as a whole unit.
But it's Darren Waller.
That is true. But hopefully he plays 16 this year. At least.
You mean 17?
Nope. No, at least 16. I'm planning to do the same thing we did this past year, where we sit down our starters game 17. Which like we gave people, you know, like we gave bums like Kenny Golladay a chance.
Bums.
Wow,
that's a strong language.
Listen. The man came and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be good." Didn't know how to play football. Bro forgot how to play football.
He played football pretty well for the Lions.
Yeah, until he signed. 72.
He got
million.
that bag.
72 million for 4 years.
He really got that bag.
Traumatized by that number. If I ever see 72, man, I'm crying.
That's called getting finesse.
That is the finesse
That's
of the
called
year.
getting
That is
taken for a ride.
That is a
That's called getting
John.
fleeced, bro.
That is a John Wall finesse right
Called
there.
reaching.
That is a John Wall finesse right there.
Yes, it is.
That's called a reach.
But I'm excited for round 2 today. Going back to the draft, I'm excited for round 2.
I might actually watch.
I'm not gonna watch round 2.
I'm going back home, so not watching it.
Are you coming over to watch?
No.
Am I gonna come over to your place to watch?
No, I'm gonna be taking a nap, bro. I'm tired.
Bro, we're all tired.
I'm excited for NFL season, bro. There's been a lot of moves I want to see.
The schedule is gonna be released soon.
Mm-hmm.
I remember them showing commercials for that,
Mm-hmm.
or has it already been released?
No, it's coming
No,
up.
it's coming
Yeah,
out.
All these teams are gonna have the fancy release videos that have started to become in vogue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It started with us. It started with the Falcons doing the partnership with Gridiron Heights, man.
Huh.
We paid to have our schedule release animated by Gridiron Heights.
that's cool.
That's
2 years
hard.
That's really
That's
cool.
hard. That's
It
hard.
went hard, and then the Chargers went and made a flippin' anime.
Yeah, the
about
Chargers one was so sick.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was so tone deaf too. It was great.
Yeah, that was close.
Oh, yeah. We won't talk about that.
What?
I almost
No,
spilled my water
You wanna talk about
on the mixing console. But I caught it. So.
It could have been really bad.
I almost dropped my phone today in class, and I caught it. And Nick saw it, and I was like, doing like I was Spider-Man.
Nah, nice.
Because I was like, that was one of my best catches.
That's when you gotta look at your hands and be like, "Am I him? Am I
falling off my leg? Caught it.
Speaking of him, what about Mr. Himmy Butler?
I like what you did there. You got me smiling now, Lon. Listen.
I like that.
98 points in 2 games.
98
56 and 42. I'm
points.
gonna be honest with you. It's on record. I said they're not winning. It's on record.
I know. And I was over here being like, give them a shot. They could. Well, even though I said they wouldn't win either, but I was like, they could put up a fight.
They're an 8 seed. They have no shot.
Did I expect Giannis to go 1 of 9 in the 4th quarter?
No.
Did
He
I
also
expect-
missed.
Did
I
I
don't
expect?
think
lot of free
Giannis
throws.
expected that.
Do I expect Giannis to go shoot 43.5% from the free throw line?
No,
No.
because Giannis is
But
good.
let me tell you,
He's good
Eric
at this.
Spoelstra, genius. He was drawing up a play.
Well, I don't
Let
know
me get
about
to it. Let me get to
genius.
it. Let me get to 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 it. Drawing up a play, right?
Right.
For someone else than the guy that has 40.
Which is smart.
Right.
Why?
Why is it smart?
Who do you think's gonna get the ball? Jimmy. So if Jimmy,
But
brings,
he's unstoppable.
bro, Jimmy's gonna
Stop
bring like
him.
18 people. Yes, 18. He's gonna bring fans off the court to come and guard him, right? The referees are gonna go guard him. You're gonna have someone open. Shout out Gabe Vincent with the pass though. We're not gonna let that.
That was a phenomenal pass.
But
was a great pass.
he
Push off.
sits. He sits
No, I'm
down.
just-
Bam. He
I'm
sits.
just- I'm
He
just-
sits down. Bam.
Right.
Bud sits down. Brooke Lopez. Big man is Giannis.
Good lord, did they find it?
I think someone found the
I
big
think they
treasure
found
chest.
the big treasure chest.
Son of a gun.
What But listen, Spoelstra goes, bam, sit down. Bud goes, oh, they're sitting down, bam. Brooke,
Yeah.
sit down. The big man is Giannis. He's guarding Gabe Vincent. There is no big man under the rim. Jimmy's wide open. Is it a push off? Absolutely. But did Drew Holiday foul him right before? Absolutely. Drew Holiday was grabbing him.
Yeah, and also Grayson Allen didn't call for a foul either. Like he didn't sit there complaining, "Oh, he pushed off."
Pat
He
Connaughton.
kind of just
It was Pat
Pat Connaughton, sorry. He kind of just took it. So
And that was only to tie the game. That wasn't to win the game.
yeah,
But you see, but that was like he saw it, and he was like, bam, sit down. I don't think Cody was even in the game.
but Jimmy also had to be like, "No, let me like."
No, he was.
Give me the play. I'm that guy.
He was, but Jimmy's also a guy that will be like, don't give me the ball. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he straight up told Spoelstra.
No,
he was
yeah,
like,
he looked
"No,
him in
let
his
me,
eyes, yeah.
let me do it."
The play, I think the play was supposed to be like the one they did on the Rockets early in the year, where Jimmy got open kind of on the same play and got the lob to dunk and win the game. But I think it was supposed to be Bam who got the dunk, or Caleb Martin, because Caleb Martin can get up there. But that's just, I mean, Yeah, you got to give it to Jimmy. He's hot.
Mhm.
But Gabe Vincent actually showed up. Kevin Love showed up.
Yeah.
15 and 10, I believe. Bam finally did something, even though he only had, I think it was 23. But he had a triple-double. So shout out to him. But he's been – the thing me and my dad say with him is he gets scared when he sees someone that's taller than him inside. He won't drive in. He'll try and, like, shoot his little mid-ranges. And then he goes 6 of 16. And you're like, what are you doing, bro? You're on a max contract. Play like it. Because he plays like he's making $2 million a year and is scared to go in. Where Jimmy's like 3 7-footers and Jimmy's like, I'm going to go in. Go absolutely get freaking clotheslined. And then he flips over and then he's like, yeah, no foul. We're good. It's like, what? Bro, call a foul, bro.
Bro, playoff Jimmy.
It's a real thing.
I keep
It's a real
rewatching
thing.
that one clip from Game 5 when he's coming down the court and just steps all the way back to the 3 to take the lead. Or no, they were already in the lead. To, like,
They were already in the lead.
to deepen the lead, like, or extend the lead. Sorry.
In overtime.
That's just like the energy in the building, like everything about that is just crazy to me.
It went quiet when he tied the game.
Yeah.
When he was like completely like 19 like 180 degrees flat, like parallel with the floor.
Mm-hmm.
He you can hear it just goes like so quiet. And then like when I'm pretty sure it was when they said it or when they lost, the announcer
Game 4, sorry.
the announcer was like, you can hear
a number 1 seed
you
fall.
can hear a number 1 seed fall, and I was like, that's a hard
That's
bar.
fire,
That was a
bro.
bar.
That's,
but again,
that's good.
Shout out to them, first play-in team since the play-in has started
Yeah.
to advance.
They're the
that first
6th,
round.
8th seed.
Seventh.
It was 7th? I thought it was 6th. Mm.
No, there were 6. They became 7.
So now I have a question for you folks. Miami's going to play New York
Knicks. Yeah.
in the next round.
That's good. It's gonna go back.
That's gonna be
The
good.
first time we play them in the playoffs, I believe, since 90 something.
You've got to know that Boston and Philly are going to beat each other up in their own semifinal, right? That I have a feeling that's going to go to
Bro,
7
these
games.
semifinals are hard,
Right.
bro.
Bro, the playoffs so
the-
far has just been so good.
Is
The
there-
rivalries in these playoffs right now, crazy. Bro.
Is there
Eastern
a
Conference is
road-
back, baby.
Oh yeah.
Is there a road where Mr. Butler himself
Mhm.
can single-handedly lift this Heat team all the way to the finals?
Yes.
I believe it.
did it.
After beating the 1 seed, I think there's nobody that they can't beat at this point.
They beat Boston in the bubble. They lost to them last year in 7. So there's a chance he could go back. Only team.
I think Philly's the strongest team.
Philly's
against
the
them.
Yeah, but
strong
they're going
they
to beat
could've-
each other up the whole time in that semifinal.
But bro, have you
So
seen?
whoever's gonna come
yeah,
out
but
of
the
that is gonna
history,
come out
the
of the
history
seven.
between the Knicks and the Heat is crazy. When you have
Bro, New York
Jeff
and
Van Gundy,
Miami.
when you have Jeff Van Gundy grabbing onto Alonzo Mourning's leg the last time they played in the playoffs.
Yep.
I kid you not. I think there's gonna be a fight between fans because we hate New York, like,
And New Yorkers are crazy.
and New York hates Miami. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
they
a
do.
thing. We just hate, like, the Mets and the Marlins don't get along. The the Rangers and the Panthers don't get along, or the Islanders I don't think get along with the Panthers either. Like, we just don't like New York. And then obviously the Jets and the Dolphins absolutely despise each other. I think, and the Knicks and Heat, because of the big time rivalry, I think there's going to be a fight between fans before there's a fight on the court. I told my dad. It would not surprise me.
I
I
feel like
could
you would
see that.
Especially
participate.
in Miami.
You said
It'll
you
go
would
crazy.
participate.
I think you would participate in said fight.
He's thinking about it.
He's not saying no.
He's thinking about it.
He's not saying no.
Definitely in Miami, not in New York. In Miami,
He doesn't
yes.
want to fight in the enemy territory.
No, he's
No,
too poor to
because-
travel.
That's messed up. Listen,
That was good. That was good.
listen. You use your strengths to an advantage. They know when the subways come, they can just throw them in front of a train. I know. Where the,
Oh, throw him in front of a train.
I know where the water's at. the triple.
Yo, there's
My fault. What is
sharks
it?
out there.
What is it?
My fault.
Kasaya Center. I don't know what it's called now. It's on the water, bro. I can just,
Just chuck him. Yeah.
So I might have to participate in a fight, but
See, I don't think.
How many games do you think it'll go to?
7.
I think it will also go to 7.
7 could be, bro. Jalen Brunson.
You mean Waylon Wunson?
Nice. Everyone, he's been balling. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the only semifinal that won't go to 7 is if the Lakers make their semifinal and either Sacramento or Golden State make it. I think that the Lakers just don't have it.
Just want the Lakers to beat Memphis so bad.
Me too. That game happens tonight. I'm calling Lakers in 6. Saying it right now. They're gonna be in LA. Like, they better close it out. AD's gonna be better. LeBron's gonna be better.
LeBron said he had a bad game. 15, 10, and 5 is bad in LeBron's eyes.
Well, did you see his shooting numbers?
Yeah, 38 was it? 38, 33%, something like that. For the
Yeah,
field.
it's bad. It's bad.
Do you think LeBron is ever going to retire?
At this point, no.
He's
He's gonna play with
when
Bronny.
Bronny comes in,
He's gonna play 1 year with Bronny.
Oh yeah, maybe 2.
potentially with Bryce. 'Cause
Honestly,
Bryce
if
isn't
he
for-
plays with Bryce, it's crazy. I'm calling it.
he's gonna
quits.
be a Udonis Haslam figure if he plays on a Bryce team.
No, he's gonna actually get
No, I'm
PT.
saying he's gonna get PT, but he's gonna be like so much older that he's not gonna play that much.
Yeah,
he's still gonna
wherever-
average like 15.
Bro, the man is averaging like 40 minutes a game in the playoffs, bro. He's
Yeah.
38.
But
What are we
in the next
talking
3 years, though,
He spends
crossing
$2 million
that
on his body,
crossing
he'll be
that
fine.
40-year-old
He'll be fine.
threshold.
Yeah.
What? How is this turned backwards to me defending LeBron and you saying no?
I
It's
no,
the other way
no,
around.
I
Wait,
love
just
it. You
realized
know
that.
how I feel about LeBron,
I know,
but
that's
I'm
what I'm
saying
saying,
let's
like-
be real here. Like, yes, he's anyone that's like 41, 42 is not going to get 40 minutes. Like, he's going to play a lot less.
Yeah, but this is a dude who spends $2 million on his body every year.
I
Like,
know,
there's a
but Father
possibility.
Time is undefeated, bro.
Well, Kobe was still putting up numbers except the injuries.
Yeah, Kobe got injured like crazy though in the tail end of his career.
What was it, Achilles?
Yeah, and he
Shoulder.
wasn't past 40 when he was still in the league. He was still in his late 30s. He retired at like
Oh,
38.
because he came. Really?
Yeah, because he came in like 17, 18. He came in at 18, 20 years. He retired.
He
retired
actually,
as LeBron's
you know, when
age
he
right
was
now.
drafted, he was still 17, so he couldn't
Yeah.
sign his contract. His mom had to co-sign his first contract.
Mhm.
Yeah, because he wasn't old enough to legally
Oh,
sign a
did you see
contract.
they might be bringing that whole thing back? The NBA is considering getting rid of like the one and done
yeah.
thing and like being able to draft
2024.
high schoolers again.
Oh wow,
Yeah, coming off of next year.
that's crazy.
They started considering it.
It's
'cause
only because of Bronny. That's it.
Yeah, and also a lot of guys like have been doing the not one and done route and been signing to the G League, so that way they can
or overseas. Like
yeah,
LaMelo and
they can
NBA.
get experience, they can get paid while doing it,
yeah.
and you don't have to worry about college.
There you
so,
go.
and you're still playing. If you're in the G League, you're still playing against high level competition, arguably better than college because those guys are still fighting for spots to go pro, and they're fully grown men. Like they're not like college students either. So, but yeah, NBA playoffs been really good. My favorite series so far. It's got to be the Kings Warriors.
It's got to be for the culture.
It's been every game has been so energetic and competitive.
It's going back to what you're saying. Experience is proving.
I called it, bro.
I know. I just wanted the Kings
I think
to
I said
go.
on here that they were the underdogs, and you were like, no, they're like the 2 seed or the 3 seed. How are they the underdogs? And I'm like, because it's the Warriors. Like they're always going to be the underdogs when they're facing Steph Curry and Golden State, and that sucks. But it's like they were up 2-0 and now they're down 3-2. I really hope it goes to 7.
Yeah, I hope it goes to 7, bro.
I just don't, because they're playing in Golden State, right? This next game.
Mm-hmm. It's 3-2. They're up 3-2, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Light the beams.
Dude,
You
they
need to
better.
team, bro.
Light
They
the
need a better
beams.
You really think they're gonna beat Golden State in Chase Center in games in a closeout game?
Bro, I just want the Kings to feel something other than playoff pain, man. Other than just pain in
But
general.
at least they made. It's still a success because they made the playoffs and they were a top 3 seed in the West. Like they're
Yeah,
good.
and now what is it? The Jets have the longest playoff drought
I think
because
so.
of it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel so bad. They were so close. If Harrison Barnes hits that 3, they're up 3-1, and then they can go 3-2, and they can be up 3-2, and it's like that's just a whole nother situation.
Golden State all the way.
All the
They're
way.
gonna win all the way.
No.
Yeah, okay.
They're gonna get another one, and then Steph's finally gonna retire, and then
I
going to
think
coach
Steph's not
and
gonna
win
retire.
more.
They can beat
Steph is
Phoenix.
gonna coach when he retires, and he's gonna win a lot of rings when he does so.
No,
that man's smart.
The man's gonna just go play golf, bro.
He is good.
He's
He is
actually nasty.
good.
At golf.
I don't know if they'll beat Phoenix though.
That's what I'm saying. They can, but I don't think
They
will.
can, but I don't know if they will.
I don't think they will.
I don't think Phoenix makes it past Denver. I really don't.
You don't.
No.
That's a hot.
Denver's
take if I've
good,
heard
but
one.
Phoenix is like, I mean, come on.
Devin Booker's averaging
I-
30,
I-
34.
Yeah, and having
desperately-
KD there is just another person you have to worry about. That like, I don't think every
Who-
team
I
has the
don't think
defensive
any-
capabilities
no-
to do so.
No one in Denver can guard KD.
No.
Because Jamal's probably gonna be matched up on D Book. Because Jamal's
Unless
unless you put KCP on him.
it's gonna be a battle
What's it gonna be,
between
Michael-
Jamal Murray and Devin Booker.
What's it gonna be? MPJ versus KD? That's
Barbecue chicken.
That's barbecue chicken.
Wait, hold on.
KD, bro. We're on our stuff today.
Yeah, we are.
We are on our stuff today.
Man, we are having a time. So I've done a little bit of research since we were talking about LeBron. So Michael Jordan retired originally at 35. He then came back one more time with the Wizards and retired finally at 40.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is what, 39 now?
38.
38.
38. Okay. So he has 2 more years until he is just as old as MJ was when he finally retired. Who is the GOAT? MJ or LeBron?
Do we really have to talk about this right now?
His goat's LeBron.
Bron.
His goat's
Bron?
LeBron.
Bron. Easy.
To me, they're interchangeable. It depends on certain aspects.
I agree with that. It can I'm not gonna be mad at who you take, but for me,
That's actually that's actually how this podcast started.
Yeah.
Was we had a discussion over who was a GOAT.
Really?
True story, and I was like,
we were in the studio.
Yeah, it was in the studio.
Of course.
Yeah.
I felt like once he hit that all-time scoring record, that was it for me. I was like,
he's
that's
top
gotta
10 in assists and points.
You see what Skip Bayless said? He said if Bron wins another chip, then he might move him to
9,
8. He said he might move him to 8 and something. I was like, are you insane?
Him and Colin Cowherd have made a career off of being wrong, off of trying to be different. That's just
You're not wrong.
I mean, I know I'm not.
Anyways,
the only thing
that's just me.
The only thing that Skip Bayless has ever said right is that Tom Brady's the GOAT. That's the only thing. That's the only thing he's ever said right.
That's literally undeniable.
Yeah, anyone that watches football, anyone with a brain that watches football will tell you Tom Brady's the GOAT.
So you know Mad Dog, right?
Oh my God, bro! Don't get me started on Christopher Russo, bro.
Dude,
I hate him.
I don't like him.
I despise him. Even in baseball, he sucks.
He's someone who is just so old that all he talks about is people from the 70s talking about the best players. And I'm like, bro, we get it. You're old. Like, get with the times.
Mickey Mantle was the best player.
No, all he talks about is just like, back in the day, they used to play with Converse and they had injuries and they played through. Shut up. It's
Why is he on
2023.
first take?
I don't know.
Back in the day, pitchers
Did
ruled the
you
mound.
see the whole thing about Kawhi Leonard and JJ Redick tore them apart?
The only one that listened was Steven.
Yeah.
And you can see what JJ says. He's like, because I can tell you both have never played
high level
basketball ever. And yeah, the only problem with Kawhi is his availability.
Yeah,
he's always hurt, but he's not choosing to get hurt, bro.
No, literally, and he brought up the comparisons between that Mad Dog was making about the guys back in the day. And it's like, that's his thing. He always talks about the best people in football, the best people in any other sport is people from 50 years ago. And I'm like, the game has gotten better. The players have gotten better. Can you update your takes, please?
Bro, my grandpa obviously doesn't speak English and just doesn't like him because he screams. He calls him the screamer.
Yeah.
He calls him the screamer. I'm like, bro, I'm with you, bro. I turn it off when I'm watching MLB Network and this show comes on, bro, I go to sports.
I don't think it's funny when him and Stephen A argue, but other than that, I just don't like his takes.
I don't know. I don't understand why he's there. He does his main sport is baseball, which he's not good at. He's not. He's like one of the worst analysts in baseball. I don't like him. I don't like him.
Say less.
Get him off MLB Network.
No, I love when JJ Redick goes on and just spits straight facts.
JJ Redick's a little too analytical for the average person, but it's coming from a dude who actually played basketball.
He played 15 years. He knows what he's talking about.
One of the best shooters if you look at shooting percentage.
I remember playing as him in 2K. Bro could shoot.
I used to, yeah. Bro was nice with it.
Yeah.
He knows what he's talking about, bro.
I feel bad for Kawhi, though. It just feels like it's always one thing after another. And it kind of sucks because he, like you said,
Did you hear about his sister?
Yeah, bro.
Did you hear about his sister?
I did not hear about his sister.
You didn't hear about his sister?
His sister got life in prison for a murder.
From a couple years ago.
Yeah, from 2019.
I'm not gonna lie.
She
looks scarier than Kawhi.
No, she does. And then
look around.
He gets that news broken. He hears that news, and then next thing you know, they tell him that he what was it, a meniscus or an ACL?
Yeah.
That the day after, that's what happens. Bro, this guy's just heard bad news his whole life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, when he's healthy, the man's dropping 30 points and you don't hear about it because he's not dunking on anyone. He's just.
That's his sister.
He's just dropping 30 points efficiently.
Okay, she's a little scary.
Yeah.
No, yeah, she is.
I agree.
She's a little scary.
So he hears that news. Then next thing you know, he hears that his injury is a tear, that he needs surgery. It's bro, he is a what if.
Do you think Kawhi is going to make the Hall of Fame?
No. Because of the
He's
injuries.
a two-time champ.
He is. And
He is
was
a Finals
the
MVP.
He was the main factor on those 2-time champions.
I would say the 2019 playoff run with Kawhi is one of the greatest playoff runs we've ever seen.
Yeah, and it would not have happened without him.
Exactly.
I completely agree with you.
I think the load management thing all started with him in the first place, to be honest.
And that's the problem. And everyone's on him for like, oh, you're hurt, you're always hurt. That's why. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the media who votes him in. So I mean,
if they got rid of load management though, which
good.
they're trending towards doing away with more of it,
yeah, because
that's not going to help him when he's hurt.
Now you can't win awards unless you play 65
Yeah,
games.
and the thing is, if you are load management, doing load management, and you're still getting hurt, getting rid of that is not going to make it any better. Like, you still can't play regardless.
I think the Clippers are just a big what if team.
What
if at least Paul George was healthy with?
Because Russ was
what
balling.
if at least Paul George was healthy with Russell?
What if you could have your own market to yourself?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
nah, I feel bad for the Clippers, but Lakers run LA, so
Apparently, yeah.
that's never been a question.
no.
They're the only ones
They're the little
that have been
brother.
talking.
Maybe
They're the
during
little brother.
Blake Griffin's run with the Clippers.
no, but Kobe was there.
Kobe was still in LA.
Kobe was there, but they were bad. Like after
They
the
were.
second.
Even if
after
they
the
were
second
bad,
season.
people are always gonna say it's.
When a
Like,
when
I
a,
don't
when
there
a
was an
man
argument for a couple years.
No, but when a player who played on that Clippers team is on First Take saying that the Clippers are the little brother, which was JJ Redick, who was a starter on that team. It's coming from the dude who was part of that Clippers team.
I mean, let's come on.
You gotta call a spade a spade. Lakers still run LA. They always have, always will. And now that they're moving to a new arena,
Yeah, literally, bro. It'll always be Staples Center, Crypto.com Arena, no like
Cryptic.
Crypto.com Arena.
Crypto.com
yeah,
sponsored this arena.
yeah, they bought out.
It's Crypto.com Arena. They got rid of Staples Center because Staples is. I don't know if they're out of business, but
No,
they're
still. I think they're still there. I
Staples
think
is still in business.
they're
They're
still
still-
kicking. Do you know that the Heat Arena used to, when American Airlines was it was FTX.
they signed a huge FTX deal. We talked
Yeah.
about this in my sports management class last semester.
It was 10 years.
Because all of that went
10 years, I think.
to the
300,
ground.
400 million.
It was
Something
something huge.
Huh?
No.
They changed it?
No, they
Because
changed it.
FTX is not.
No,
No.
If they changed it to Miami-Dade Arena for like a month till they got a new one, and now it's Kasaya or Kasaya,
Yeah.
or however it's pronounced.
It should have stayed Miami-Dade.
No, Bang Bros again put their claim
Dude,
down
that
once
was,
again.
that was so funny.
Once
Bang
again,
Bros
the second
Arena.
time. Because they wanted Bang Bros Center. It would be the BBC. I promise you. That's a true story. That's a true story.
I'd go to the BBC.
Listen, it's still the AAA.
Oh
for me.
man,
I'm still calling it AAA.
that's so
American
funny.
Airlines Arena is still AAA.
Dude, I just missed the Georgia Dome. That's what I miss.
What's it called now?
It's Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
It's Stadium?
Yeah, because
Oh, 'cause you're
we were
you're-
Mercedes-Benz Stadium until now we're
You're
Caesar
Dome.
Superdome.
Yeah, you're the dome now. That's right.
I don't honestly. I wasn't mad about that change because obviously Mercedes-Benz sounds really good and it's what I was used to. But Caesar Superdome still, it's one of those names
It's
that still
hard.
flows off the tongue and it looks sick. So I like it.
Yeah, I don't mind the name Superdome. I just mind the fact that the Superdome exists. That's what I mind.
Yeah. Interesting. But no, I think the only one that's been like the solid, strong playoff run in the NBA has been Philly. They swept Brooklyn, got them out of there quick without.
I'm surprised
Embiid
Boston
in the
went to
last-
6 games.
Bro, Trey Young, Ice Trey.
Ice Tray.
I saw that shot like live. I couldn't believe that was a bold shot. Very bold. Like he's gonna be hated in Boston forever and in New York forever.
Good. We
But
don't want your
he
sympathy.
embraces the villain the
I
right
know.
way, unlike Dylan Brooks.
See, he does because he's good. If you're good and you're the bad guy, by all means, embrace it. But if you suck
Dylan Brooks dropping 8 points, 2 rebounds,
and
0
you're
assists, 0 steals, 0
deactivating your
blocks.
Instagram, you're fleeing the media talking about I'm out. When you were just saying I poke bears, bro, shut up. No, you don't.
Bro got 40, dropped. I don't respect no one until 40.
Bro, what Perk say?
25 and 20, 22 and 20. That's
He didn't poke
42.
the bear. He put honey all over himself. That's what Perk said.
That's what Kendrick Perkins said. That was a little weird though that he was doing
But
that
let's-
on a picture of a grown
That
man
was
on national
funny.
television.
That was funny.
It was
The fact that
hilarious.
He
It was
had
weird.
honey on live
It was
television.
weird.
Yo, weird stuff happens live. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
weird stuff does happen live. That's the beauty of life.
So who are your early conference finals predictions?
He actually told me. We actually spoke about this in class on Wednesday. Yeah. So obviously, I think Miami can beat New York. I think this is the most balanced series.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then I believe Boston will beat Philly. I think Boston's just.
I think it'll take 7.
You think Boston's gonna beat Philly? Philly's good.
Philly's
like,
good, but I think Tatum and
yeah.
Brown are just gonna be dropping.
I
40.
think it will take 7.
It will take
Philly.
7.
My
but-
thing
yeah.
is Boston struggling against Atlanta is not a good sign if they want to
That
go
is
against
true.
a rested like
That
game
is
plan
true. That is
Philly.
true. That is also true. You got a fair point.
If
You got a
Boston
fair
had
point.
gotten the Hawks out of here like we were expecting, then I would think Boston too.
You got a point.
But they're worrying me. I'm not gonna lie. They shouldn't be going this long with Atlanta.
I'm sticking to that. I think Miami, Boston, 2020 recap.
See, I'm actually leaning now that Jacob.
No, it
reminded
makes
me
sense.
that
But
I think it might be Philly's
Philly's
year.
rested.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think it's gonna. It'll still take 7, but I think Philly will get it. Yeah. So my finals, in my view, I don't think Miami will overcome Philly.
I don't think so either.
So
I
think
would
Philly
like them
makes it
to,
back
but
the finals.
yeah.
And then it's either gonna be Denver or it's gonna be Sacramento.
Didn't you just say Warriors all the way?
I was joking.
Oh, okay.
I think Phoenix going. Phoenix going all the way.
I think
I want Phoenix to go all the way.
I don't know.
I want them to. Because Chris Paul, I want him to win a ring. I really do. Phoenix is just a freaking cursed franchise.
Chris Paul has to beat Scott Foster to get there.
He already has.
I know he beat him once,
Yeah.
but
He has to beat the ghost of Robert Sarver is what he has to beat.
no, so I want LA, but I don't think it's gonna
Obviously.
happen. I think they're gonna lose in the second round because I don't see them beating. I think they have a better chance of beating the Kings off of experience, but I don't see them beating the Warriors in 7 games.
Me neither.
I don't. Phoenix probably, but it could be Denver to be honest. Like,
I still think Phoenix, bro. I'm sticking to it.
if everyone's healthy, then I say Phoenix should go.
I think if it goes Philly v Miami, I think that's gonna come down to a case of who has the better team around their 2 superstars.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler's not gonna be back yet. He doesn't get back until the finals if they make it there. So now Bam and Embiid, they're gonna lock each other up. Harden and Jimmy are gonna lock each other up. Now it's a case of it's a case of if Tyrese is gonna be dropping 30 and Tobias is gonna be dropping 30, or is Kevin Love gonna go back to championship level Kevin Love, and Gabe Vincent's gonna be the point guard that he's been playing, the 22.8 assist rebound 8 assist point guard that he was in game 5. My fault.
Imagine
You
if
get what I'm
James
saying?
Harden gets a ring this year, though.
It solidifies his career
Yeah.
because the man was the only person who almost single-handedly beat the Warriors. And
He's the man who single-handedly brought the Rockets back to freaking relevance.
Yeah.
Took him to 7 games without Chris Paul, which is absurd, against a prime Curry, prime Clay, prime Draymond.
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy to think about. That this man was dropping. He was on the average.
The
of 60 points
process
a
would
game.
finally be like complete.
The process would actually be complete too. Yeah.
It's working right now.
If he gets MVP and he wins this year, that's hard.
When are they gonna announce that?
That's the last award. I think it gets announced.
I think it gets announced like right before the finals start.
I think like in 2 weeks maybe.
Yeah, because I remember
They just did most improved.
Yeah, because I remember when Dallas made the playoffs with Dirk, and then they got absolutely destroyed in the first round by the eighth seed, and Dirk won MVP, and he was just miserable
Oh,
afterwards
that
because
sucks.
he had already lost.
Dude, imagine it's an MVP matchup though. If it's Denver, Philly, 2 potential like the top candidates going against each other in the finals. Obviously, it wouldn't affect it because it's a regular season award.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be honest, it would affect how people view it though.
Yeah,
Have the Nuggets ever won a championship?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't think they have.
that's a good question.
Because if that's the case, then either you're going to get a franchise, like if it's Denver, Philly, you're either going to get the first ever championship for a franchise, or you're going to get the first championship in, 80 years?
Years.
Which, honestly, I don't mind. I really don't mind
Yeah.
these teams that have just not had any good time.
I mean, at this
No, I
point,
agree.
we're sleeping on Memphis too, but
No, we're not.
Memphis is down 2 games to the Lakers.
yeah, but you're also down to one of the greatest players of all time, if not the greatest player of all time.
And healthy, they're a top 2. Like as far as Anthony Davis, healthy is a top 10 in the league for sure.
See, but
Asterisk on that.
our friend Bryan here is not a big fan of the Grizzlies.
No, he's actually not of a fan than me. This man absolutely
I
despises
used to be,
Dylan
but I
Brooks.
do not like them anymore.
This
I like
man
Ja.
had a whole.
I like Ja.
Grit and grind, man.
I like Ja, but John's gonna hurt himself. I really hope he doesn't end up like D Rose, but he's looking like it. Do you see how he takes off? Have you seen the meme where he was like, Ja doesn't have any sort of layup in a game where he needs to be doing this, and it's him jumping over LeBron?
Yeah.
What's he doing? Anytime he jumps and
He's
lands.
trying to dunk.
No. I'm saying, have you noticed? Like, he just goes in and he takes off super wildly, and when he lands, it's not like stable, and he can very easily get hurt. Like, he's landing on his hands.
He fell on LeBron's face.
Yeah. Like, that's
like his butt was on LeBron's
look at his
face.
wrist. Like, he keeps hurting it because he's going so high and he has to land on something. And because he's not landing right, he's landing like falling all over the place. And there's been so many occurrences over the last year alone.
Yeah.
I really hope he doesn't end up like tearing himself apart just by going a little too hard and not being like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't see them beating LeBron and AD in 7.
No, yeah, me neither. But there's just always a chance.
And if they did, I definitely don't see them beating. It would have to be a Warriors Grizzlies rematch. They're not beating the Warriors.
Listen, as a Heat fan, I never saw Heat beating Milwaukee in 7, let alone 5.
But Jimmy Butler is
apparently
different.
saw it. Jimmy Butler apparently saw
MJ
it.
reincarnated.
Jimmy G buckets, and you know what G stands for.
Bro, you see what he said in the it was after the 56-point game. They were like, "What is this playoff, Jimmy?" What he was like?
I just be hooping.
He was like, "I just be hooping."
I just be hooping. Y'all made that up.
Yeah.
No, it definitely. No.
There's some other playoffs that Jimmy Butler just goes onto another planet.
Man, it's Michael Jordan's son.
Yeah.
Apparently.
There's no doubt about that. I'm fully sold on that now.
It's fun. Who plays tonight? I know Lakers obviously play tonight. There's another matchup.
Then it should be the Warriors and the Kings.
Yeah, Kings Warriors.
Yeah, because they're the only ones left.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, the Kings and
the Warriors.
Kings, Warriors, Memphis, and the Lakers still have to play too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're the only 2 teams because Denver advanced, Phoenix advanced, Boston advanced. Oh, the Eastern Conference.
First game is tomorrow
advanced.
for Nuggets Suns.
Yeah, and then the Heat and the Heat Knicks play on Sunday because Jimmy Butler called out of the report.
Bro, that was funny too.
Don't we play Sunday? He's like Sunday.
Yeah, look at you. Do your job.
Sunday, sorry. Look at you. Do your job. Yeah. It's gonna be fun though.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, but you're a Braves fan, Lawton. Obviously, you're an Atlanta fan. You're a Falcons fan.
Go Braves.
So, how did you feel that you lost a 4-run lead in the 9th inning to the Marlins?
No comment.
4-0 ninth inning. 5-4
I know we're on
into
a
the game.
podcast, and the entire point is to comment, but no comment.
I respect it. You won 3 of the 4. You won the series. I'll give you that. But Marlins are hot. The boys are buzzing.
The boys.
The Rays are freaking hot. I don't know.
I've been seeing a lot of Marlins like highlights and stuff. Like
rare, buddy. I'll tell you that. That's rare. Coming from a Marlins.
But you
fan.
called it earlier, like before the season started. You said they have pieces to be actually good.
I said they were gonna be better than last year, and our best pitcher's not even pitching good. Alcantara hasn't pitched good, so the fact we're winning is crazy. But they got pieces, man. They're Skip's first year, literally, as a manager, and he's doing pretty good. They got he's been changing the lineup a little bit, but they're just winning, man. They just won it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were like, I saw there was like an hour-long rain delay yesterday in Atlanta, and they come back and I see it was 4-0. I was like, bro. I was like, that's what happens when we put our bullpen in. And then we score 5 in the 9th inning, and I'm like, what just happened? And then we bring in the pitcher who blew the game the day before, and I'm like, we're about to lose. And he ended up going 1-2-3. Got a little ground ball and got 2 strikeouts back-to-back, ended the game. And I was like, oh, my God. I was like, they won it this year.
Oh, I just remembered. I'm sorry. Before we, like, fully go into, like, deeper into baseball, did you see, this is back on basketball, Haley Van Lith to LSU?
She did good at LSU. That's kind of wild. That's like, they said that's KD to
the
Warriors.
That's KD-esque to the Warriors, bro.
She's tough.
She's really
Yeah,
nice.
she's really tough. And she just joined the national champions.
Bro, that's kind of
did you see the
crazy.
Comments on that, though?
Yes.
All this to beat Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
All this to beat Caitlin Clark.
That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
All this to just lose in the Natty to Caitlin Clark. I was like,
I don't see them. They could
they're not
easily go
losing,
back
bro.
to back. The one thing I noticed is like she's like the only white girl on that team. Nah,
but she's nice with it though.
Bro, women's basketball is like actually relevant. Like everyone's paying attention to it now, and it's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
But that was all I wanted to say. I just remembered that because that was like the craziest thing that happened the other day.
Yeah, we tend to forget big things that happen because we come in.
It'll be the moment we get off and we're like, oh, we forgot to talk about X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. So it's a good thing you caught it. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was saying, oh yeah, baseball's pretty good. I mean, the Braves are solid. How do you feel you lost Dansby Swanson?
Look, man. The Braves are gonna brave, man.
Listen, that one hurt me, bro. He's my favorite player, and like I got love for the Braves. They're the only team in the division I don't like is the Mets, because everyone hates the Mets unless you're a Mets fan.
Everyone hates it.
Right? Like, yeah, he hates the Mets too, but
There's just something about New York teams.
yeah.
You know, New York, New England, not a big fan.
Especially
except Buffalo.
Are they just like annoying or?
Nah, the Mets, their fans are annoying.
They're very obnoxious.
Yeah, and they're like, since it, one of the biggest cities, both the teams have money.
Mm.
Yeah, that too.
Both the teams have money, so they get big name players.
Yeah.
So it gets annoying that all the big names go over there. I'm pretty sure one All-Star game, the Yankees almost had all this, like their entire infield was Yankees in the All-Star game, because everyone likes the team because they've won 27 times, they've won the most, yada yada. Even though the Mets don't win, people still root for them because they have good players and they're from New York. And it's so annoying, but it did suck that Dansby left to Chicago, especially like even me, who's not even a Braves fan, but I feel like that one stung a little bit. But you still have Ozuna from the Braves.
We still have Ozuna from the Braves.
Who's hitting 0.77 on the year.
We still have him, though.
Yeah, Ozuna from the Officer. Do you know who I am? I'm Ozuna from the Braves. Iconic meme.
What happened?
Oh, yeah, no, Ozuna, like, when he used to play for the Marlins. We gave him to St. Louis for our contra, honestly. Best trade we ever made. Then he goes to Atlanta, and he gets pulled over, gets a DUI, and he tells the officer, he's like, "Officer, I'm Ozuna from the Braves." And that's just become iconic, and then he's just been absolutely horrible for the Braves the past couple of years, and they still play him every day, damn near. But he's Ozuna from the Braves.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's funny. But baseball's in a weird state right now, though. I feel like.
Who's the best team right now?
The Rays.
Record-wise.
The Rays.
Really?
Have
Yes.
they lost?
Huh?
Have they lost?
Yeah, they're 20-5.
Okay, because I know that they went on like a 11-win streak.
13.
13-win streak.
But the second best record is the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah.
Which is weird. And then the third best record is the Texas Rangers, which is even weirder. That those are the top 3 teams in baseball.
Are they normally bad, the
Yes.
Rangers?
Yes.
And so are the Pirates.
Is this one of those years where...
Yes.
What was the last time the Pirates were good was when Barry Bonds was on it, right?
Barry Bonds was it.
He was a Pirate.
Oh.
He was a Pirate before he went over
before he
to-
went to San Francisco.
Yeah.
No. They were good when McCutchen was winning MVP.
Oh.
Yeah. Which he's back now. He's back home. So, shout out Andrew McCutchen. I miss him with long hair, but
Shout out.
he they're doing good for some reason. The Rays. They're doing good. It's like weird that Texas is above Houston in their division.
Do you feel like it won't last long? Like,
Oh,
this is
absolutely
it's just
won't
an
last
early
long.
part of the
Absolutely
season?
won't last long.
Do the good teams just take a
I
second to
hope.
get going?
I hope.
Like some people like just get slow start or something.
I feel like it because if you see people like Juan Soto for the Padres, he's doing bad. So it's not really like some people aren't playing good yet on their teams, but the fact that the Pirates are 18-8 is crazy. But I know you did want to talk to me about Drew Maggi.
Yeah. I just thought that was a cool story. You love seeing inspirational stories like that.
After 13 seasons in the minors, he finally comes to the majors, and
because I saw the video about how it happened.
He got a
like,
pitch clock violation for taking a standing ovation, which is funny.
That's fine though.
But yeah, umpire should have
No,
stopped the
because
clock. The umpire should have stopped the clock.
I saw the standing ovation and I was thinking to myself, doesn't he have to get in the box?
The umpire. So the rule is the umpire has to, is in control of the time, so he can like literally stop it if he calls it no.
He should have read the room and been like.
Some umpires are stupid and they
take themselves too seriously.
Yeah.
How often do stuff like that like happen? Like it can't be that often.
It's new, so it's the second time it's happened this year. Because Cody Bellinger, he's with the Cubs now, played with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
He went over there and he got a pitch clock violation for taking standing ovation.
No, not the pitch clock. I'm talking about like an minor league.
People taking long in the
like
minor
a minor
leagues?
league player being like going pro for a little bit, whether it's like short, long, something like that.
Any time, but it's just a player like him that was like 10 years in the minors. That's rare.
This reminds me of.
Sometimes you just get.
Do you remember a few years ago? It's probably like 5-6 years ago. There was a G League player who had been there. You know what I'm talking about? I forget his name.
The sub for the Lakers.
For the Lakers. He was in there for a long time, and then
Andre something.
Yeah, and then he played for like the actual Lakers.
Was it
for a very short amount of time?
Yeah, he did.
He had like gray hair. He was like a 34-year-old rookie in the league.
Yeah. Oh my God, what was his name?
That made me think of that. But
Andre Ingram.
Andre
I
Ingram.
wanted to say it, but I was like, that's wrong. I was like, that just sounds wrong.
I just think stories like that are cool because it's just
Yeah.
like, never give up on trying to achieve what you're going for. You know, it might take longer for some people, but that was pretty cool. That was all I commented on.
No, yeah, that was honestly pretty cool. I was like, I saw the news and I was like, damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
good for
stuff,
him.
Stuff you love to hear.
You know,
puts a smile on your face.
That's what sports is all about.
And sports is most definitely all about that.
Yeah. So do you want to get on to these questions real quick?
Yeah, actually, we didn't say it, but Lawton had to leave because he had to go to class.
Yeah, Lawton, he's gone.
Yeah, we didn't. I forgot to say that. I was in the middle of my talk, and he had to leave for class. So
it was good old Irish exit,
Yeah, a little Irish exit, but it was fun when we had him on here. Obviously,
Yeah.
he wanted to talk about the draft and kind of just his opinion because we had him on for the draft episode. So that's what we wanted to do. But
he's our guy. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah. But just a little side note there.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Yeah,
so you had questions for me.
I had a question for you last time.
Week during
about
basketball.
Yeah.
I got baseball ones. It's gonna be a little tougher.
Gosh,
if
I'm just like absolutely bad, like he was gonna be hilarious.
No.
We need to go study.
I'll give you some layups. I'll give you some easy ones first. So, this is from the easy list.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if this is easy for you.
Okay.
Because I don't know how much random knowledge baseball players.
Obviously.
This is just from the list. It's just coming from the list. How many home runs did Babe Ruth hit in his career?
714.
Okay, cool. So this is.
I don't know why I was gonna say 715.
When was the last time the Red Sox won the World Series?
2013.
Oh. This says 18.
Oh my God, they did win in 2018. Oh my God, no, they actually did.
So we already got him on one.
No, they actually did. Yeah. Because who did they play?
I'll only do one more from the easy list, and then I'll get to the hard one.
It was the Dodgers. That's who it was. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I wanted to say, yeah. That's right. Steven Pierce. Yeah, you know what's funny? I just saw a TikTok that said Steven Pierce was like the world. They ranked like the top World Series MVPs the past 10 years, and Steven Pierce was there, and he was ranked like 8. And I was just like, oh my God, I forgot they won it in 2018, and then I just completely forgot again.
All right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Prior to joining the MLB, what baseball team did Willie Mays play for?
Prior to MLB?
What baseball team did Willie Mays play for? I don't know.
Is it a Negro League team?
I think it is.
That's the only thing I could think of.
It is. Do you want to know?
Gosh, I don't know no Negro League
The
teams.
Birmingham Black Barons.
I promise you I don't know any.
This is just supposed to be common knowledge.
I can't even tell you the team. Oh, wait. The Birmingham Black Barons?
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny about that? There's a team called Birmingham Barons. That's a minor league team. I swear.
Do you think
I think it's for the White Sox. Just not Black Barons, just Birmingham Barons. And the reason I know that is because of MLB The Show. And, you got to go up through the minor league, double league team.
Do you think it's the same team? They just got rid of the black part because...
Possibly when they became a minor league team.
Yeah. All right. Well, then
oh, my God.
That one won't count.
Yeah, look. Birmingham Barons, Birmingham Black Barons.
Yeah.
They were a Negro League team.
They were a Negro League team.
From 20 to 60. And now... the Birmingham Barons are a minor league team based in Birmingham, Alabama.
Wow, that's crazy.
Nah, they've been around forever. So they're just wow. So there was just a team there. They just named them the same name and just went, "You're black because you're the Negro League." That's crazy. That's wild. Because I was like, I know. I was like, well, that's why it threw me off, and I see it, but that's crazy.
All right, last one, the easy one. But what baseball manager has the record for most ejections?
Is it Tommy Lasorda?
Nope.
Most ejections?
Yeah. Holds the record.
Did it tell you the years they were manager?
No.
Oh, great.
It just has the name. I'm sorry.
Nah, that's fine. What does his first name start with?
A B.
Oh, that doesn't help. Is that the first name starts with a B or last name starts with a B?
First name starts with a B. Last name, actually, can't say it. I wasn't going to give it away.
Yeah, you would. If you give it, the name is more prominent because that's what's on the back of the jersey. Damn, that's actually crazy. Manager with most ejections? I would have thought it was Tommy Lasorda. Well, it's with a B, so Jeff McCain doesn't. That's not gonna answer the question. Those are just the two managers I know get tossed a lot, or like they were just always had an attitude problem. It's not Dusty Baker. I've never seen Dusty Baker get tossed. I don't know.
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Bobby Cox.
I promise you would have never guessed that.
Hmm.
That was actually that's a fun question. Most times ejected. Manager with the most ejections. I was trying to think of like, bro, I don't know. I just always saw Tommy Lasorda get tossed. So I was just like, Tommy Lasorda.
Oh, no, I can't do that one. That one's like one of those 1800s questions.
No,
I can't do
not a chance.
I'll keep it in the, fairly modern era.
Not a chance.
Ooh, this is interesting. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I don't know if you'll know these ones, but these are the harder ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, who never won a Triple Crown? Wait, no. Which of the following never won a Triple Crown in their great career? So there's going to be options here. Oh, I already answered these, so I got to go back. Here we go. These are the four options, and here's the answer. Well, I'm not going to give you the answer, but...
Yeah.
So, this is which of the following never won a Triple Crown in their career? Mm-hmm. Joe Medwick, LaJoie? I don't know how you say his name. Stan Musial, and Chuck Klein.
See, the funny thing is there, I only know Stan Musial. I only know Stan, and I don't think he won it. If I'm trying to think of his stats, I'm gonna go with him because he's the only one I don't know. He's the only one I know.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure he didn't win. Yeah. I don't think he ever won. Yeah. It's the only one I knew. So
yeah,
I was like,
it was him.
Screw it.
Who was the first National League pitcher to throw a no-hitter?
What year was it? Does it say the year?
Yeah, it was. Un momento. Just had it.
First National League pitcher.
One second. Which question was this? Crap. What just happened? Sorry, 1 second. The way this thing is set up is so weird. Like, it'll have all the answers at the bottom, and then all the questions at the top. So I gotta play match.
Gotta go up.
I gotta match the question to the answer.
Yeah.
Which question was it? It was question number 3. I think it was. George Bradley. That's who it was.
I've never heard that name.
Oh shoot! This is in the 1800s. My bad.
That's
my bad. I read
was
because the answer has the year separately from the question. The question doesn't show what time frame it is. So let me find the answer and make sure it's like.
When I saw you, I was like, "Oh my god, is he gonna say it too?" I was like, "I might know it."
No, all of these are okay. This one happened in the 80s. Cause then in 70s. Is that good enough for you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So question number 6. Cool. Some of these are just like 1925. Then I forget how long baseball has
1886.
been a thing.
MLB has been a thing.
That's
America's
insane.
pastime.
All right. In 1988, Dodger Orel Hershiser, I don't know how to say that name, broke fellow Dodger Don Drysdale's record of 58 consecutive shutout innings pitched in 1968. This is a long one. Mm-hmm. There was one controversial issue with Drysdale's streak. In 1968, Drysdale, after pitching 4 consecutive shutouts, had a 3-0 lead going into the 9th inning against the Giants. Drysdale had filled the bases in the 9th inning on this May Day. The next batter was hit by the pitcher, apparently forcing a home run, stopping the streak. But the home plate umpire, Harry Wendelstadt, ruled that the batter made no attempt to get out of the way of the pitch and ordered him to go back to the home plate. On the following pitch, the batter flied out to left field. Who was this batter that tried to break Drysdale's streak? Man, they really painted a picture with that one. It's between Ron Hunt, Dick Dietz, Jesus Alou, and Ollie Brown. Oh, he's thinking.
So 1968.
Yeah, it was in '88 that the record was broken.
Yeah,
the record was from '68.
To the original record.
Yeah,
in 1968.
Yeah. Does all that sound familiar?
That's 54 years ago. I know Drexler and I know
the Drysdale and all that
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, I know. I said Drexler. I was thinking, why am I saying Clyde Drexler? It's a basketball player. Yeah, I know the pitchers' names. I don't know any of the batters' names. I'm gonna go with, for some reason, I don't know, it's just calling me. Jesus Alou. I don't know.
It was Dick Dietz.
Who is that?
He was the Giants catcher who tried to go for the...
Giants. That's 54 years ago.
Yeah.
The year my dad was born, so I know. Should know it.
What do you think of that whole situation? That's kind of crazy.
It's happened, though. Like, I haven't been called back, but I have seen people get called back.
He made no attempts to get out of the way?
Yeah, because if the ball's coming at you, if there's no physical way, you have to at least move or jerk in a certain way.
But it's coming so fast. Like, how would you...
You have time to react. You see it. Like, you can tell, like, sometimes people lean into pitches to get hit because they don't want to get a hit, to just take the base. And you like, see it coming at you, so you try and, like, move or you'll brace yourself, you know? But sometimes some people just stand there and don't move, and then they'll get hit. And then it's like, oh, you just stood there like you should have at least moved, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
last
no
one.
Yeah, last question.
Who was the first Major League player to strike out 1,900 times in their career? It's between Willie Stargell, Mickey Mantle, Reggie Jackson, and Babe Ruth.
Reggie Jackson. He has the most strikeouts all time. I don't think any of the other ones do.
First one to hit 1,900.
Reggie Jackson has the most strikeouts all time. Wait, so it's the first one to hit.
The first one to strike out 1,900 times in their
Babe
career.
Babe Ruth, Reggie Jackson,
Willie Stargell, or Stargell or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the last dude was Mickey Mantle. Or did you say Mickey Mantle? Yeah, Willie Stargell, Mickey Mantle, Reggie Jackson, Babe Ruth.
No, I didn't know Mickey Mantle.
Yeah.
I know Reggie Jackson has the most strikeouts all time. I don't feel like Babe Ruth struck out that much. But it felt like he played for like 30 years. Mickey Mantle played for so long too.
It's who hit 1,900 first. Like, some of these guys have obviously more than...
First, so then it's not Stargell and it's not Reggie Jackson because they're played older. So it's Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth. I'm going to go Mickey Mantle. Is it Babe?
It's Stargell.
That's such
in
a weird
in
question.
1980, he hit it first, and then
because
he retired in 82, and then Reggie Jackson took over.
Yeah, Reggie Jackson.
And then Mantle retired with the lot. Babe Ruth had 1330 overall.
That's the weird question. Like, I'm not getting how many strikeouts there, but you said who hit it first. So
yeah.
my head went to instantly the two players that played first, which is Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle.
Yeah.
Because then I know Reggie Jackson was like 80s, 90s, and then Stargell was 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. I was like, if it's first, I'm going with the people.
When Stargell retired in like 82 is when, like, later on Reggie Jackson
Reggie Jackson is the most strikeouts.
Yeah,
He has over 2,000 strikeouts.
Yeah, it was like 2,500 or something like that.
Yeah, it's something stupid. But he has like, I actually don't know what he has, but I don't know what I was gonna say. But I actually found that out in Professor Neighbor's class in media and sport because he had a picture of Brett Favre, Ricky Henderson, and Reggie Jackson, and he goes like talking about like he's like, who knows this? I feel like I was one of the few people that raised my hand for Brett Favre, and then I said Brett Favre. I thought everyone was gonna answer Brett Favre, but I'm the only one that said Brett Favre, and I was like, okay, that's weird.
That is weird.
Like no one else said it. Like they knew it, but I'm the only one that said it. So he looks at me, he's like, do you know who this is? I go, oh, that's Ricky Henderson, and he thought no one was gonna get that. And he's like, who's this? I was like, that's Reggie Jackson, bro. Like, are you like? I was like, this is easy.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm actually surprised that you knew them. I was like, you have their iconic pictures. Like,
yeah.
If you had another picture of Ricky Henderson, I might not know it. I know that he held the base up when he became the stolen base king. So he had the picture holding the base up. So I'm like, that's Ricky Henderson.
I kind of screwed you over these questions. I gotta find. This is a last minute thing. I gotta find some.
Oh, like I could have gone the last one. Though.
I gotta find
the Red Sox one is crazy. I should have done that.
I gotta find some better ones, but
The fact that I also watched a TikTok like a week ago about it too is crazy.
Yeah, and I gotta write them down too. I mean, if you want to feel better about yourself, I could go back to the easy list and then just like name off like.
Nah, like
it literally has random.
Because yours weren't easy. Yours weren't under easy. Yours were like under unique questions.
Yeah, I didn't mean to pull stuff from like 1890.
No, that's crazy. Yeah, I like had people you know. I like Jerry West is old, but like. You know Jerry West.
Yeah,
you
I know Jerry West.
Like that last question, I knew all 4 players on the list. So I'm like, okay, that was just my brain having to think. All right, trying to get it right.
There was 10 questions, and majority of them were like, back in 1901. So I'm like, what?
That's where all the records are. That's where all the
because I did look up. I was like, baseball quiz for only experts would know. So I guess experts would know.
Yeah, I'm not saying here I'm not no expert. The Black Barons and the Barons is the one that tricked me up. I was like, wait. I was like, the Black Barons? Because I knew the other team. So I was like, is it the Black? I was like, don't you mean the regular one? So I had to actually Google that and be like, okay, wait. There's actually 2 teams. Just one is black, one isn't. That one was the one that got me.
That's so crazy. They took their name. It was just like.
Because I'm going to be honest. You said that, and I'm going to be honest, bro. I don't even know the team that Jackie Robinson played with before the Dodgers. I've seen 42 like 4 times. I can't even tell you, bro. I've seen the movie. I can't even tell you, bro.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
But no, that was good. That
was fun.
I should have known that last one. I should have
watching you rack your brain for this was so fun.
I always look up every time I think about something. I always look up for some reason. It's like I'm trying to look into the brain. Mm-hmm. I'm like trying to look into my brain. Like, where's the answer? But yeah, those were good questions. Except like the 1800.
Yeah, no.
But like the Red Sox, the strikeout one, I should have known that. The Babe Ruth one was pretty easy. I know that he has 714. Then you have 752, and then 762. I was trying to remember.
Your eyes lit up like crazy. You were like,
is it 752? This is pissing me off.
Oh Lord, here we go.
This is pissing me off. Hank Aaron.
Bro just got his own trivia question for himself. And he got his own trivia question wrong.
Yeah, I knew 750 something. I had, you know what? Get the 2, flip it upside down. You got a 5.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, no, that was good. I didn't mention this in the beginning. I said I was. This is our last day of classes.
Yeah,
it's our last day of classes, so it's our last podcast for a while.
Mm-hmm. Last of the semester.
We're going to try and get some over the summer, depending on, obviously, your schedule, my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going on my junior journey for 2 weeks now, so I'm literally out of the country for 2 weeks, so I'm not going to be able to do one either way. So we're going to try and get some done over the summer, not like every Friday like we do, but if we do 2 or 3, we'll be happy with it. We'll have a lot more to talk about, especially because we'll be holding it in for multiple weeks.
Yeah, when we get back, we can do a whole recap.
Yeah,
episode
if we don't get one over the summer, but
yeah,
we're gonna try and get one out over the summer. If we don't, we don't, because we're not in school anymore. You're obviously from Maryland, I'm from Miami. We're in different areas. I'm gonna be doing stuff. You're gonna be doing stuff. So we're just gonna have a bunch of stuff to do. But yeah, so this is going to be the last one for a while, at least. If we do get one over the summer, it'll be around, like, mid-June, if anything.
Yeah, I do want to take a moment, though, because, like, let's think about it. 15 episodes?
15 episodes, one semester only.
One semester.
We went every week.
And we had a couple specials in there, too.
Yeah, we went every week of the semester. And it came up just as a thought. It was supposed to be, my original plan was to do a debate show, like First Take. And you had been mentioned about a podcast. I get told, I got cleared from my show, mentioned you. I get told I should turn it into a podcast. Then we have the discussion about that we talked a lot and how this podcast started was who was the GOAT, LeBron or Jordan, and we were like, we're gonna be solid.
We're gonna be good.
And we started it, just had to get all the name stuff, all the logo stuff, figured that out, and now we're 15 episodes in.
We have a YouTube. We have a Twitter.
We have a Twitter. Technically 16 episodes because we have one special. Yeah. We have a March Madness breakdown, bracketology special episode. So technically we're like 16 in.
And we just hit 100 plays on Spotify.
And we just hit 100 plays on Spotify.
Crazy. Thank y'all so much.
This is going to be the 5th episode on YouTube. And we're booming over there low key.
It's only up from here, man.
Yeah, only up from here. Can't wait till next semester. Can't wait till the summer.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, it's like Jacob said, thank y'all for listening.
Yeah.
for being real ones.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you later. I was gonna say we'll see you next week, but
I was thinking that too. It's like,
I
no,
was
it's
gonna say
not.
next week, but it's
That's
not
crazy.
next
We'll see you
week.
when we'll see you when we see you.
Shout out to Lawton for joining us
Yeah,
earlier today.
absolutely.
Obviously, as you heard a little bit earlier,
And
he
we'll
had
get a
to-
lot more
he had
guests
to
on
leave. Yeah, we're gonna
next
have
semester.
different guests next year. He just wanted to come back on since he did your draft episode with us. Come back, see how the actual draft went down.
And there might be, hints at next semester we might go on video.
Yeah, we
Talking about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's talks. YouTube we're all audio right now, but there's plans to get video.
Yeah.
So there's video version on YouTube and audio version on Spotify.
Yeah.
So
And who knows? We might be expanding to Apple Music eventually.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
possibilities. Possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Where's that from? I don't know.
No idea.
But,
Let's not even get into
Yeah,
it.
no, this has been pretty long episode. We're coming up on an hour 45.
That's
a
crazy.
little mailbag, but we went kind of hard on football because that's
Mhm.
what Lon was here for, and we kind of wanted him to be here for a while
Yeah.
until he had to go to class. And yeah, I mean, now we just gotta wait and see till we do our next one. Maybe we do one over summer, maybe we don't, but we'll definitely be back.
Stay tuned for sure.
Yeah, this will be fun, and we're gonna be more active on Twitter. I swear.
Yeah.
I
When
swear.
school's over, we'll have more time to look at it.
Yeah, and we'll be more active on the air and plugging more things and the YouTube and all that. So thank y'all for listening, and we'll be back when we'll be back. Let me just put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you when we see you. Let me just.
Yeah, let's
I'm
wrap
just-
it up. Let's wrap
I'm just saying. Listen,
All right.
it's been damn near 2 hours. of
Episode
straight talking.
15
My brain is going everywhere.
was fun.
Yeah.
Had a guest. A lot of stuff going on. Peace.
Later.